We are just too sweet.
Welcome to Attention Wrestling Disorder, episode 16. I got a lot of shit to talk about today. We got a lot of stuff going on. I am RJ Show, the whole show, nothing but the damn show.
I am the CL5, the Counterbalance, the Chucky Hashi, the Chucky Coffee, the Chucky Drunk, whatever the fuck you want to call me, but I am Chuck.
And I am your Hot Rod 521, not your 1, not your 2, not your 3, but your 4-time and soon to be 5-time EOW Fantasy
And
Champion.
never to be 5-time. Fuck that noise.
Such a hater.
Rod over here, guys.
Truth speaker. And I mean, we could bring him on now. We could do this now, or I could rant my ass off. Either whether or not we do this, I'm still going to rant my ass off. So, Chuck, you tell me.
Okay, so in that respect, we'll get to your rant. You're entitled to your rant. We love your rants. The fans love your rants. But I think for the enthusiasm of the audience, we should bring on our guest. We have a wonderful guest tonight with us who is at my home. This is why I'm outside, change of venue. Normally I got the green room, but tonight we got the outdoors. We have a personal homie of mine and a personal talent of NYWC Wrestling and one half of the Dirty Deeds tag team. I introduce to you Dirk Moore.
Dirk motherfucking Moore.
Dirk Moore. What's up, Mr. Dirk?
Good evening. Get my spectacles on here so I can see all your delightful faces.
Oh, yeah.
Rod, how are you? I've heard a lot about
Hey,
you.
what's up?
Heard very much about you.
That's it? You
Yes,
just
sir.
said he heard much about you. You're just going to stare at him dumbfounded?
What? I was waiting for one of you. I thought one of you guys were about to say something. Like, talk about what this episode is about or
He's fucking
something.
talking to
Okay,
you.
Rod, so
He's talking to you. Get your ears cleared.
Oh my
Rod, you got a
God.
lot of accent ears, bro.
Got to get them Q-tips out.
Yeah.
Fans, these are the degenerates you all know and love, so.
So, by the way,
Proud of it.
there's a reason my tattoo is exposed tonight. We are not there yet, but, you know, there's a brohood here, but we'll get there. But until then, we're going to have some beers, me and Dirk Moore, because me and Dirk Moore are homies.
Nice.
Should we just get the fuck into this? I
Oh my
mean, we got a lot
God.
to talk about.
We got a lot to talk about. So
holy
Jay,
fucking-
hit
Alright, where the hell are
RJ,
you
hit
going
your
to
key
start?
points. RJ, hit your key points. Do it.
And more.
Holy fucking shit. You know, so the other day, because I saw it from someone on Facebook, and Chuck decided to do the same thing where,
Boy.
answer my, ask me 3 questions.
Oh no. Are you starting off with this?
So I decided, okay, I want to get in on it. So I did. And someone asked me, okay, what are your 3 favorite wrestling brands? So I answered in all honesty.
Till we're done.
I answered.
Good man.
And what happens a little later? Someone wants to shit on the fact that I chose AEW because they couldn't handle that I didn't pick their sweet WWE. Well, you know what? You're hating on the fact that I chose AEW, and what do you do in response? Oh, tell us, Jay, how AEW is going to fail like WCW. Listen, jackass, just because AEW is on TNT, that's where it stops. They have legends. But you know what? Why are you hating on it? Because what, they're different? They're new? They're not your precious WWE that shits on their wrestlers, throws stuff in trash bags, undervalues great talent, tells them to their face they're not good enough? I mean, is that what we're doing? I watch it all, dude.
Looks like he's
but-
contemplating his life choices.
Clearly.
But here's the motherfucking thing. Don't you try to fucking tell me what to like and not like.
You're talking about Rod right now with the life choices.
Yeah, no, he definitely ain't talking about me.
Did I even get on this shit today?
I don't know.
He's like,
I
I'm all
mean,
about for this.
I know who you're talking about, but it ain't me.
Don't fucking, you know what? I saw one of you guys pointed out a meme saying that, you know, WWE, they only stick with what they know. Yeah, and you're dissing on the Mimosa Mayhem that a wrestler, a great wrestler, by the way, created, not AEW. And Chris Jericho's fucking creative. It was a great idea. It was entertaining. And you want to shit on Orange Cassidy? He's fucking different. You got a problem with being different? Oh, and what about Jungle Boy's push? Just because he's not in the title picture doesn't mean he's not getting pushed. They're talking about him winning 52 matches. He's still being shown on Dynamite. A good show, by the way. And then you have the new show coming up, which is called what? Rampage. So AEW is doing pretty good. You can't handle someone being different from WWE. I mean, I got news for you. There's NWA back in action. You know, they've been around for a while now. A rock star brought them back. You got Impact.
Cheers to Billy Corgan, people.
Fucking Impact's doing great. You're going to shit on that too? Oh, you did try to shit on that, by the way. Because it's new, it's not WWE. You know what? I am sick of all these people that talk shit about AEW or any of the things that are not WWE. It's out there. Wrestling is not just about one company, motherfuckers. It's not. And another thing, I also don't like other people that talk shit about talented wrestlers like Nyla Rose and Sonny Kiss. Are they bringing something different? Yeah. And you're going to hate on them for it? That's fucked up.
That one I agree with you on. Like honestly, like the whole thing is, you know,
You
let them
cover up
be.
for
They're
yourself,
good talent.
too.
Let them be. I'm not a Sonny Kiss guy, but like I respect it. Nyla Rose.
You covered up for yourself when you damn sure did make a comment about that in the Facebook chat when we started the this whole kind of experiment.
So
and you covered up for yourself?
So what you're saying is, despite all your rage, you still like Impact and Rampage, right?
Despite all my rage, I still love Impact Rampage. Woo! Or whatever, yes.
Yeah. Because we don't have a Billy Corgan mark in the house, guys.
But I'm a mark for all wrestling. I watch NXT. I watch NXT UK. I may not agree with everything that WWE is doing, and I do that. Why? Because I listen to the interviews and shit, not, you know, some like fan site and shit. I listen to what's going on, and that's where I get my opinions from. But don't start telling me what's going to suck and fail. Just fucking watch it, okay? And again,
I'm going to second
right.
that. I agree with you. And also, I'm going to say that this podcast has been brought to you by Ithaca Flower Power, a real delicious beer. Me and my homie Dirk Moore are drinking these today.
And none of that
yeah, man.
water, there, Rod.
Fuck hate.
Water, Rocky Mountain piss water, Rod. How's that?
Oh my God.
Fuck hate and love wrestling.
I agree.
Or am I talking to myself?
I love hate. You hear him?
Yeah.
I agree.
So I had to get that shit off my chest because, yeah, that shit's been like brewing at me, man.
And I'm glad you got it off your chest. And,
Yep.
and Rod, next time you're in town, we got to have a few of these because it's better than that Rocky Mountain piss water you drink.
Oh my God, pipe down over there, hater.
Cheers, Roddy.
And I was addressing more than one person, by the way.
Oh yeah, I know who. I
We
know
all
exactly who
know.
was addressing.
And it's okay.
Especially
RJ, it's
that
okay.
whole,
We got you on that.
especially with the Nyla Rose Sonny Kiss thing. I know exactly who you was addressing.
We all agree with you on that. RJ, we
So-
agree with you on the Nyla Rose Sonny Kiss thing. Like I'm not a fan of them as wrestlers, but for what they stand for, I respect it.
Yeah, I mean,
respect
I
it,
love
what they
what
stand
they're
for.
doing, man. You know what? They're doing what they love to do, and that's
Of
great.
course. Absolutely.
I mean, fucking, if you want to wrestle, wrestle. Leave it at that.
Gentlemen, when you look like I look, I'm not allowed to have an opinion on the matter because I'm going to get canceled.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so
yeah.
let's segue into that. So, Mr. Dirk, how are you today, my friend?
I'm feeling light and fluffy.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Let's get into that. So, Dirk, what do you got on the horizons as our guest? Like, tell us about yourself a little bit. Like, what's Dirk Moore about in these times?
Well, these times have certainly bred a brand new Dirk Moore, if I do say so myself. I'd wrestled from the ages of 16 up to about 21, 22 or so, and kind of lost my way. I strayed for a while, and after over a decade later, after seeing some of my brothers doing well and really yearning to get back into it, and then having the pandemic come crashing down on me, and it was almost like a sign that like now this is the time. This is the time I need to put the work in. I went and I lost 30 pounds. I got back into somewhat shape to get ready to get back in the ring, and then as soon as I was able to, the world opened up a little bit again. I started training again, and we started up a new tag team, Dirty Deeds, and right out the gate we won our first match, which happened to then be a #1 contender slot for the tag titles later that night, which we did not win because they have a crazy ass juice head as one of their tag team title holders who beat the hell out of me.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. By the way, I got to.
How did you win that match? I'm sure Rod has an opinion about it.
Well, how did I win? How did we win our first match? Well,
yeah.
Well, I'm going to assume if your tag team name's the Dirty D's, there was some chicanery about it.
Dirtiest players in the game,
That
baby.
Rod
Dirtiest players in the
approval.
game. So I got
I
trusty
knew it.
old,
I knew it.
I got trusty old Delilah here. You see Delilah here? She keeps my beard looking fresh.
Looks good, bro.
She keeps me looking on
I'm loving
point.
his beard.
On point, as the
I
kids
wish
say
I had
today.
the same beard.
On fleek, if you
I
will.
wish I had the same beard. I'm jealous.
Blake,
And so Delilah here, she's cold hard steel. And when you load up a punch with her, good night. Is all I gotta say.
So with that being said, I gotta say, I love this.
That's against the rules. That's against the rules. That's honor.
oh
that
my
is
God. Oh my
Refs
God,
can't
such
call
a
what the refs don't see,
degenerate.
my
When
friend.
you have a match, you do it fairly and you do it the right way. We don't use weapons
Rick and
in
nobody
wrestling.
calling this right now.
Oh
Ref
my
can't call what
God.
the ref can't see, baby.
So
Okay, Rick and nobody, enough
did,
of that
Caprice
nonsense.
Cold Cuts have the same opinion you did? Is the real question.
Oh my God, such a degenerate,
Probably.
man.
I don't know. I told Rick and nobody to leave the room. So
Caprice Coleman.
I'm saying, is he Caprice Cold Cuts?
No, he's Ian Rick and Nobody. His announcing partner is Caprice Cold Cuts.
Caprice Cold Cuts and Ian Rick and No. I am the Rick and Nobody,
I
not
am a
Ian.
Rick and
I am
Nobody.
Rick and Nobody.
Yes. So
I am Rick and
so going back to my initial thought, which I got totally thrown off between his promo and your comments because they're both great. So what I will say is that this is my guy right here. Dirk Moore is my guy. He knows what's up. He's a very talented individual.
You flatter me.
He is the guy. I'm a complete mark for heels, as you both know.
I love heels too, man.
I know.
All about it.
Well, Ron's the most babyface guy on the planet.
Mark for every heel except AEW heels, right?
Oh,
Wait a minute though. I mean, Dirk's not a heel. What he's doing is he doesn't believe he's
I do
a
God's
bad
work,
person.
baby.
Yeah, you're doing God's work. You're saying, right?
So let me ask you a
See?
question, Dirk. Didn't your partner have some things to say today?
So my partner could not be here. He's vacationing in Kentucky, and he sent us a little message. I asked him. I told him that the Attention Wrestling Disorder podcast had wanted to get us on, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna interrupt my vacation." Well, he had something to say about that.
So give me 1 second. I'm gonna find this clip and we're gonna play it.
We're gonna cue it up.
We're gonna cue it up for the
Goddamn right, I interrupt your vacation. We're more important. Wait,
for the
what?
non-paying audience.
We're gonna cue it up, not to be confused with QAnon, which I am not associated with in any stretch of the matter.
So we ready?
No comment.
So apparently, this is his tag team partner's response to what we're
This is
doing.
the Beard villain Johnny Malloy.
Little Dirty Malloy right now.
Video.
Totally need to get better editing here.
Attention Wrestling Disorder Podcast. I'm on vacation. Just dirty deeds don't mean you get the dirty deeds. You got dirty more, but Dirty Malloy, I'm here in Shelbyville, Kentucky. I'm enjoying the bullet bourbon. Oh my God, am I enjoying the bullet bourbon? But after all that enjoyment, I gotta come back to New York. I gotta come back August 14th. Dirty Deeds, August 14th. Copiague Fire Department, NYWC. Dirty Deeds are on the way up, and everybody else is on the way down. Don't miss it. I wouldn't miss it. I miss this alcohol. I'm gonna go get a hell lot more.
All right, so I didn't hear. He said something about August
Johnny, I'm
14th.
your
Tell
partner.
me about August
It's a
14th.
Copiague.
Johnny
I
Parker.
guess they got a Copiague show
The
coming
Johnny
up.
kids.
Mr. Malloy.
Mr. Malloy.
So more. What did he say? August 14th. Why
They got
don't
a
you-
Copiague show coming up.
That's our
Let him
next. that is our
talk
next
about
appearance.
it.
We are coming for everybody. We are coming for those belts. We're going to be the next NYWC Tag Team Champions. You better believe it. Copiague Fire Department, August 15th. We don't even know who our opponents are yet, but you know we're going to work our way up through those ranks, and we're going to make ourselves known in the NYWC. And by the way, if anyone's interested, I know y'all from Florida, that's okay. But if anybody in the New York area is interested, we're going to be in Copiague Fire Department August 14th, and there's going to be a steel cage main event.
Don't you worry, brother, because we're going to promote the links and all of the promos for this show. Trust me.
Well, I'm not from Rod, and I have to defend Rod on this one. We're not from Florida. We live there, but we're New Yorkers, dude.
You're a bunch of fake ass Southerners anyway.
Oh my God.
I'm a northerner, mother. I'm from New York, dude.
They're New
Well,
Yorkers,
you
but
done
they live
you
down
done
south.
betrayed your kin. You're all the way in Bumblefudge fucking Florida.
Oh
He ain't
my
wrong. He ain't
God.
wrong, guys. He ain't wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
You're
gotta.
both wrong. You're
Yeah.
both sold out of your New York culture. What the fuck's wrong with you two?
Right.
At the end of the day, when I'm done here, I got to go back to Tennessee eventually. I'm not gonna live here with all you Yanks.
Hey.
No disrespect.
All right. 'Cause I know.
Pour one out.
Oh my
Oh,
sorry,
you got
I
all
almost
my leg, bro. It's all right. I'm not even mad.
Wow.
He just got it all my leg. So now I feel
So
like.
you said you had a
flower power.
scampy
Hey,
story.
but you know what? But here's what I will say. I would rather smell like flower power than Coors Light when I walk into my house later.
Oh
Because
Jesus
There you go.
Coors Light
Christ.
is a shit beer. Man,
Will you
the
stop
Rocky Mountain
hating?
Cheese. Oh my God.
More like the water
Yeah,
off the
fuck
Rocky
you,
Mountain.
George.
Jared, man.
Even though it looks like a really thick God Rock logo, and God Rod is playing tonight in Pompano for the lead singer's and guitarist's birthday. I can't remember the name of the damn venue, but God Rod, who has a logo which looks kind of like the Coors logo, but it says God Rod on it.
God Rod?
Check them out.
God Rod in the house.
God
God
Rod.
Rod?
Yeah.
Is that God Rod?
That might be God Rod.
Not God Rod, God Rot.
No,
Oh
God
my
Rod. Sorry,
God.
I got him. But God Rod, no. Listen, for all of us that know our podcast, we all know that Chuck and RJ's show are the smarter people of the podcast, and Rod is
Not wrong.
Right.
Not
Right.
wrong.
Definitely are, but okay.
Chuck is smarter than Rod.
Okay.
Come on, Rod, you gotta fire
I
up.
have a
Oh,
question.
wait. So let's talk
God
some
damn it.
actual modern wrestling right now, like some state of the week shit.
Can I just ask him a question?
Yes, you can.
Because then we'll get to that shit. So you being a part of NWIC,
NYWC.
NYWC,
You said you're from
fucking
New York.
and I've seen an NYWC show. You and I got a person in common, Ken Scampy. I went to college with that dude. We started an actual college wrestling radio themed show together called Off the Third Turnbuckle, which he named. And then after that show, he kind of left and I kind of took over from there. But yeah, so Scampy and I crossed paths quite a few times.
Scampy, him getting into the business, there's a good story with that. It's a testament to the way the business, I mean, I can't quote for how it is now because I'm only just getting back into it, but for how it used to be. And I know that everything's a little bit softer now. I know everyone in the world is a little softer now. But back then, I feel like it might have been the last bastion, if you will, of what coming up in the wrestling world was then, because they were like, all right, kid, you're coming up. Like, what do you want to do? Like, what do you want to wrestle under? And he's like, it doesn't matter to me as long as you don't use my real first name, Ken, and as long as it has nothing to do with my profession. And I think he worked at a fish market. So they were like, all right, you're Ken Scampy.
That's fantastic.
So essentially, the moral of the story is don't ever go into the wrestling business. Tell them what you don't want to be because they'll find a way to make it your gimmick.
Well, that's why you don't.
And you're frozen again.
Am I frozen again? Am I really though?
Yeah.
So basically, I should not tell the wrestling industry that I work in healthcare. They'll work.
Yeah, you might
That
get
will
dressed up,
happen,
walking out
You'll
with
become instead of Dr. Death, you'll be Dr. Health.
you'll be wearing scrubs to the ring and everything, wrestling in scrubs.
Oh, they haven't had a wrestler in scrubs yet. They'll put you in that immediately.
Because I do that anyway. That's my everyday
You're
life.
perfect for WWE.
Fuck.
There we
Get
go.
this man in the E and some scrubs right now.
This guy's some scrub.
Be,
Get this man some
you
scrubs.
could get Christian's old gimmick. Wasn't he like the nurse or something?
Shit.
Male nurse.
You
could be the new male
You
nurse.
guys left. Do you want me to like go inside for like 2 minutes and like throw some scrubs on and we'll like do this all over again? No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god!
His
Why the
finishing
fuck
move.
not?
His finishing move is the TLC, where he has no scrubs. He takes the scrubs off and he.
I like this guy.
That works.
I'm with
That
this.
was it.
I will do this
Oh,
gimmick
yeah.
and I'll make WWE
Actually,
millions.
I don't
of
want
dollars.
no scrubs.
Is that where I turn heel?
Yeah.
Is that my
Oh,
heel turn?
absolutely.
Is that my glorious heel turn?
I don't want no scrubs. So you come up with just like the Spirit Squad. You come up with a similar group of people who are be scrubs. They're coming from Hunter Business School, and then you are like, I don't want no scrubs, and you shed your scrubs, and you
I have a whole
you,
faction for this already.
you knock out
Oh,
all
bro.
your
Bro,
compatriots.
I have a whole faction for this. Come on.
And so they all are in the generic blue scrubs, and then he has a heel turn. And he comes out next week in black scrubs.
I got maroon
And the
scrubs for
hood.
that.
Maroon scrubs.
Oh, and
Oh,
we can actually take a stab at my job because we went from blue scrubs to maroon scrubs, so I can be that like
Oh,
heel
yeah.
with maroon scrubs.
the
Oh
maroon
my God.
maniac.
Holy shit.
Oh God, we could actually like have a legit angle here because of my actual real life bullshit. God. Oh man.
Call him the caretaker.
Too
I'm the
bad. Too
caretaker.
bad I can't wrestle to save my life.
The
But
caretaker, Chuck McNally.
this guy, really? Oh, you poor guy.
Chucky Hashi?
Chucky Hashi. Oh yeah, because a few weeks ago I had the blonde hair, looked like Yoshihashi. You know, I cut my hair, life happened. But
Yeah, like
We'll
you got
say-
the ugly beard now. You
I
should
know, I
just
like my beard.
you should just go join up with your buddy here and be part of their tag team now.
I know I just gotta go down for like 6 months. But what I was gonna say before, what I'm going to say, is within wrestling currently, Mr. Rod Hancock, Mr. Man, shoot, I love John Cena. Oh, he's my boy. So Rod, I have a vote to pick with you.
But you just mad because like freaking Balor's name didn't get put on that damn contract. Blame Corbin for that.
Because you let your boy Cena bury the best wrestler in the business right now.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. So we're just gonna ignore the fact it was Corbin who actually attacked Balor.
But Rod,
okay,
here's my wait. Here's my argument with that. Cena was about, or Balor was about to sign his contract. Corbin interrupted it, beat him up. He couldn't sign it, and it was going to be him doing the whole same thing. But then Cena beat up Corbin, did the same fucking thing. So how is Cena better than Corbin? Oh wait,
because it wasn't Cena who attacked Balor. It was
But he
Corbin.
still did the same
because
thing.
Cena did the same thing
Corbin was
Balor
going to
did.
do.
He is
Okay,
no
but he did it
better
to
than
Corbin, though.
fucking
He
Corbin.
did not do it. Okay, but did he touch Balor? No.
But here's the problem.
Like, look,
The fact
we
that
all want to see
Corbin-
Corbin and freaking Reigns at SummerSlam. Oh
So
yeah.
wait, because Corbin attacked Balor and Cena
It's gonna
didn't.
be triple
Even
threat.
though Balor and or Corbin and Cena had the same intention, even though Corbin attacked Balor, even though Corbin and Cena had the same intention, because Cena ultimately signed it, you're gonna condone it because Corbin attacked him. It's not okay, but because Cena
All right,
came
it's
out,
going to be a four-way.
it's okay now. Like what the fuck, man? Rod, your tastes are bullshit.
Yeah, okay, you're degenerate. You're just a flat
Rod, your
degenerate.
tastes in wrestling are
And
bullshit.
you are a degenerate.
Tastes are bullshit,
You
bro.
are a
Bullshit.
degenerate.
John Cena is
Bullshit.
bullshit. No
Oh
one
my
wants to see.
god.
Because now we got to fucking watch SummerSlam 2021 with John Cena once again winning the goddamn time. Because,
I hope
oh man,
so.
John
I hope
Cena's
that
fucking
happens.
great.
I hope so.
It's
I hope that
thinking all over
happens.
again.
Yeah, I went there, Rod. I'm sorry.
I hope that happens.
It had to happen.
Rod, are you wearing a John Cena shirt? I can't see it.
Yeah.
No, I just ordered that new one actually. So
So, Rod,
Of
what
course
shirt
you
are you wearing
did.
today? Rod,
You
what's the
mark.
shirt today?
What
Oh.
fashion are you in? Now
so
vote.
this is one of my old freaking army shirts I would wear underneath my
He's
uniform.
an army guy.
It's still fresh. It's still fresh.
So,
Dude,
so
we all
Mr.
would
Dirk,
have a
I gotta ask you a
to
question.
wear wrestling-themed shirts, and you just you're not like
Wait, no,
part of
wait, RJ, he is, because you know what? You guys ever play SVR 2009? You play SVR 2009?
I have, ladies and gentlemen, I have not
yeah,
bought a game since
Oh, I know where this
PS2.
is going. I already know where
All
this
right,
is going.
so he actually is wearing a wrestling shirt because
Tony,
we all know. Yeah, exactly. You beat me to the punchline. So yeah,
I always
Rod
do.
Hancock is the model basis for Tony in SVR 2009. They invented
Hey,
an
if
entire
that's the
character
case,
around
then
Rod Hancock being called Tony.
I'm also royalties then if that's the case.
You are that apparently. I agree with you. Actually, Rod, I actually agree with you on this
But
one.
there's a big difference. The Tony character didn't go, oh shoot, you're a degenerate, so can't be Rod.
Well, the Tony character is mostly based off Cena, so moveset and everything.
Well, and that makes
Rod,
it
if you're a
any
wrestler, you
better?
would be based on Cena.
Yes.
Come on.
No.
Yes,
If Rod was a wrestler, he would be the carbon copy of John Cena.
because John Cena's the man, but that's besides the point.
Rod, you are so misinformed. It is adorable.
Oh my God, here we go.
Okay, so Mr. Dirk, let's get your opinions on modern wrestling. What are your thoughts of the current wrestling products?
You know, it's hard to say, and I know that for me to say it bears some sort of audacity because I have not been a part of it for so long, but I feel like the industry's been lacking a certain luster, a luster that's only maintained by keeping up with the times. No disrespect, and I do understand the absolute hypocrisy of what I've just said now by being a person who had once, over 10 years ago, used to sport the Confederate flag just for the sake of Southern pride coming to the ring. I know that that's not a fucking thing you could do anymore. I absolutely, you're not the only one with 20/20 hindsight. I also have to be lectured on keeping up with the times myself from time to time. But as someone who actively works on himself and whatnot, I do believe the wrestling business has not been working on itself. And I believe the wrestling business has not kept up and is actually falling behind. However, having said that, within the last 2 years, especially with the world shutdown and all, I feel like everyone's been getting a fire reignited under their asses. And I honestly can't say what I've just said anymore. Because in the last year or so, I've seen so much fire and enthusiasm from not only the people who come to see it, but the people who come to do it. And so I would say as long as everyone keeps, with the newfound respect they have for what they've lost and what they're able to regain, I feel that they can come back even stronger than ever. And with so many different organizations getting traction nowadays, especially because they're all working together, it's ripe for a good comeback. But they cannot forget where they came from. They cannot forget for 1 minute that 10 years ago, people be like, "Oh, you watch wrestling? What is wrestling?" And here we are. One of probably now probably over 1,000 different podcasts that cover wrestling.
Yep.
It's got such a resurgence that I would say that it's lost its way, but maybe it's finding it again.
What do you think of all these wrestlers from all these companies getting these opportunities from the bigger companies, where you're seeing people show up on Dark or even NXT, wrestling, either enhancement or whatever the hell they're doing, but you're seeing them.
Honestly, all that matters to me is that people are getting exposure, and the more companies working together, especially now that wrestling has already gone through a low period of being such a niche thing that it was almost like going to a Renaissance fair. Like you really had to find people enthusiastic about it, and now people are starting to come back to it. And really, that's why I think it's not even the business; it's WWE, which dictates the business because they have the most money before Tony Khan came into the picture. That they're just keeping it down and doing it the way that they're used to doing. But meanwhile, they were used to doing it when they were at the top when it mattered, and to shun everyone helped your business. Now I think it only hinders your business. I think if anything, what everybody else is doing, where you incorporate, forbidden doors and whatnot being shattered, and you really get into it with all them, I think that's the way to go because it's already become a niche product. The only way to build it back up is by working together. And if you want to be cutthroat, well, that's why you're going to fail. That's why WWE is going to fail.
Tell me about it. And how about that girl, Chuck? Remember who pulled a Rick
Go
Rude?
ahead, do it. I'm sorry, I was clapping so hard. I'm sorry. What was your question?
The girl who pulled the Rick Rude.
Oh, right. Yeah, because of course. Because again.
I mean, well, still got nothing on Mike Posey, though.
Again, guys, we both know that they're going to go where the money is. That's how the industry is. Harsh reality. That's why you get all tired, like, oh, why is this AEW got to go to WWE? Because WWE's going to pay them, but the AEW didn't. That's why they're going. It's the only fucking reason. There's no other reason. Don't deny it. Don't argue it. Don't debate it. It's because
May I interject for 1 second? One thing you actually absolutely have to bring into thought here. Back when I was first just coming through the training school, like between 05 and 07, it was basically told to us, WWE runs everything right now. If you're not at least 6 foot tall, they basically don't want to see you. You have to have the utmost pizzazz if you ever want to even be looked at by them. And if you're not, then don't even worry about it. Just enjoy it and just enjoy what you're doing now, because you're not going to go anywhere. And now it's gotten to the point where, because it was the land of the giants, they wouldn't accept you unless you were so. And I get the connotation behind that. I get why you would want to have people so larger than life that anyone coming to watch your product would look up to these people because they're larger than life. I understand that. But when you do that, especially when your business is declining, and there's so many other talented people that just have to be a couple inches under your status quo, it's foolish at that point when you start losing ground to continue to be like, well, we'll let smaller people in, but they're going to go to 205 Live, and it's going to be its own thing that we don't even ever really ingratiate on our programs. And so many fine talent have come through there and have seen their day and been, future endeavored without even really having their real day in court or the day in the sun. And they try and give everybody their little, your little rub. And
Remember what he just said. Remember what he just said, because we have to talk about that.
Okay.
Chuck, you know what I'm talking about.
Of course.
Right? I mean, it's been the headline all day today.
But that's why AEW and other places, like, you could say what you want, because I can even say what I want about their booking, about how they choose to do certain things that, I mean, anybody from a wrestling perspective might think differently if you were holding the cash or the cards. But, and I love Jim Cornette. I love listening to him, but where he says, everyone can play now. Everyone can play now. And I totally understand what he's saying because of the larger than life mentality they used to go with. But it's there are some people that would have never, ever, ever, ever been observed by your eyes just because they're 5'8" or 5'9", and that's like that's not a Marco Stunt. You're not a midget. You're not like a.
I met Marco Stunt, and he is way shorter than we are.
I'm sure he's a fine person, but like I can understand people being like, "How are you gonna get that over?" But then you got my buddy, the meat man, Johnny Silver. He's about the same height, and he did what he should have, and he packed on that mass, and he can beal people across the ring.
So let me ask you a question. You know John Silver. How tall do you think John Silver is? In person, you've met him, like perspective. How tall is he?
I saw him live.
You met him.
Wait.
I can tell you how tall he is. I was waiting for you all to guess.
I don't know. I'm asking the question. That's why.
I say like 5'3".
I was
going to say 5'4",
5'6". I say about 5'5", 5'6".
And he's a small guy. So how tall are you, Dirk? If you don't mind us asking.
I'm about 5'9", 5'10", between.
All right, and you know me. I'm about 5'8", right? So yeah, he's smaller than all of us. I know how tall you both are, Rod. If you want to tell you.
How tall am I? Do you know how tall I am?
RJ, you're about 6'1".
6'2". But thanks for playing.
I'm 5'10".
Yeah, I'm the short guy. I'm the short and young guy in this group, which makes me better and smarter than both of them.
And now I guess I'm the tall and old guy. I'm the tall old guy.
And I'm the short young guy, so I own it. I'm 5'8", and I probably weigh more than both of you because I'm a fat ass.
I mean, I've been eating worse than usual, but I'm still, I think, like 215 at this point.
That's about what I weigh too. So we're about the same weight. Okay, fine. We're about the same weight. All right. I'm about 215 last time I weighed. So okay, we're about the same weight.
I'm down around 180, boys. That's what quarantine will do to you if you do it right.
I stopped drinking for 6 months, so I got down to like 215. I was like 240 like 3 years ago.
You're a better man than me. That's probably the only thing I have to factor into my diet.
Cheers, my friend.
Oh, you gotta get a new drink.
Oh, let's get a round. I'm good too. Let's get a round going, homie.
Okay.
Well, he's going there. Oh, there is. So it's official. WWE no longer has any Wyatt.
Vote and rally. I like this guy. By the way.
The entire Wyatt family's going out.
Yep.
Oh wait, we gotta talk about that now. Yes, so we actually have to talk about that.
That's what I was trying to do.
I know, and we're all segueing there. So RJ, please segue into it. It's all you to segue.
Okay, that's what I kind of did. I said there are no longer officially any Wyatts in WWE.
How wild
now
is that?
Right?
But the question is, I mean, do we know why yet, or is it still just
Apparently,
Well,
budget cuts.
I was
That doesn't
throwing
sound
around
right.
I was throwing around some fantasy booking retorts at him earlier when he said that to me, and I was like, I mean, the Dark Order is already full of so many freaking people, but could you imagine if they brought in Bray, Strowman, and Redbeard, and they all came in and was like, "Oh yeah, is that where our brother ran off to?" And he tried to create his own little like hierarchy here, blah blah blah, and then they create their own faction because now the Dark Order is definitely
the Dark Order, right?
Dark Order's face.
That's a
Dark Order's face now. If they came in and were like, "Oh, this is where he came to be relevant. This is where he came like when he couldn't be the best like us." Well, we're gonna show you that you ain't nothing, and then it's the Dark Order versus the Wyatt family or whatever they're gonna call it.
That would be kind of cool to see. I heard that someone maybe Rod. I heard
Dirk Moore.
Strowman might go to
Yeah.
NWA.
Guys, just
Billy Corgan said he's high on Strowman. He
Strowman
says
would
he
do
would love
what?
to have Strowman over NWA.
Yeah.
You think Strowman?
While I'm also hearing rumors that WWE might try to resign him too.
Then why
Resign?
they release him?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, again, do we need to replay why my opinions of why they released him again? We had this conversation last podcast.
New contract?
No, because again, maybe new contract, but if not, okay, he has smashed over every fucking talent on Raw and SmackDown.
Right, what can you do with him?
Exactly. As a face and a heel, he dominated the Raw face factions and the heel guys. Both rosters, like Raw and SmackDown. He was a face, he was a heel. He beat them both. He was champion. He was a big monster guy. It's the whole, all right, he's a big intimidated guy. No one cares anymore. What do you do with him after that? Nothing, because you don't know what the fuck to do with him because you did it with him.
But the question is, did they do that on purpose? Did they not know what they were going to do with him and then just run him into the ground? Like, well, we've used you against everybody. We don't know what the fuck to do with you.
That's probably the truth at this point. But what I will say is with Bray Wyatt, because I'm an advocate for this, and I'm going to say this adamantly because this is my emotional standpoint. I'm a mental health guy. Like, I've gone my entire life with anxiety, depressions, that whole thing.
Hello.
Bray Wyatt, as you have, of course. So Jay, so you can relate to this, of course. So you can relate to this. Okay. Rod, have you ever dealt with anxieties and depressions in your life? I'm asking a personal question. If you don't want to answer, it's okay.
No, I have. Being in the service, that happens at times. So
Right, well, that's what I'm saying, because you've been in the military, like that's a mind fuck a little bit, right?
yeah.
So a guy like Bray Wyatt, who I think I want to believe has been, and apparently like the death of Brody Lee like fucked with him hard.
I'm sure.
He is a guy that he is depressed. He's had mental health issues. He's been off TV for how many months because he just was dealing with his own things. I want to believe that
Mania.
probably more that he asked his release
The
because
Raw after Mania.
I want to believe that he has actually left the company more because he has mental health issues that he needs to address more than that he is, it's budget cuts. Because WWE is so high on Bray Wyatt. Like, I will say this, and this is my personal opinion. Most people may or may not agree with me, but my point is that you have a guy like Bray Wyatt, who is one of the hottest heels that WWE has tailored in the last 20 years. He is one of the hottest WWE tailored talents that they've had in years, and they're just going to release him. Something doesn't measure here.
I mean, if I say so myself, they definitely had a lot of schizophrenic booking with him too. It's almost like, like you said, you bring up an interesting point. It could have been his own mental health status or whatever, but they were booking him so weirdly, I didn't know where they were going to go with it. It was, were they trying to bury the Fiend? Were they trying to actually make it better? I didn't know at times. And maybe it could be that he just needed a break.
Now, where does that leave Alexa Bliss, I wonder? She's stuck with his gimmick now.
I mean, knowing WWE, she'll be on next week with a completely different gimmick and no one will ever talk
Oh,
about it.
yeah. Unfortunately, now they got her feuded with Eva Marie now, so.
That could go either way. She's going to be the super baby face with the fucked up Fiend thing, or it's going to be, they're going to somehow find a way to fizzle out of that and be a full-blown baby face anyway, because here's the problem with Alexa Bliss. She's a full-blown baby face. Even when she was the Fiend's, keeper, she was the Fiend's keeper when they were fucking both babyface anyway. Because by that point, he was feuding with Orton, and the Fiend was the babyface. Like, that's the problem with Bray Wyatt. Or not the problem, it's just what it was, that he was the babyface. So now Alexa Bliss has been a babyface her entire career because she is so over that. How do you heel turn her from that?
Not entire career. What do you mean entire career? She was
Like
a
her
heel.
half, okay, let me rephrase it. Her half career. The last like batch of years, once she did that team with Nikki Cross, she was a babyface. And then they kind of turned her against Nikki, and it was the whole Fiend thing, and she was heelish. But Bray Wyatt was already a babyface, so she was been a babyface that whole time since anyway, is my point.
I have to stop you. Did you say Vicky Guerrero when you meant Nikki Cross or Nikki Ass?
Nikki
No,
Cross.
he said Nikki.
I said Nikki.
Thought he said Vicky Guerrero.
No, he said Nikki. I heard him.
Okay.
I said Nikki Ash.
Oh, speaking of which, apparently from what I'm hearing is Bray might not be the only release happening. There might be more coming.
This is like the third or fourth round of releases. They're going to be
And
done releasing everybody.
And you choose WWE. Really?
I don't. Don't let that.
I know who he's talking about. I know
Yeah.
exactly who he's talking about.
Yeah. I went back there. Anyway, go ahead.
Going peeing in the bushes over there.
Yeah, I wasn't talking talking directly to you two. But
I'm gonna
yeah,
be right
anyway.
back, gentlemen.
We're gonna
You
take
guys-
a siesta. 2-second siesta.
A 2-second
A
siesta.
two
we'll be
sweet
back.
second siesta.
Ooh, good.
You guys
You
talk
heard
amongst
better.
yourself.
But yeah, like you go, I mean, seriously, if they're releasing more people, and so why do people still want to go to this company when more people are being released? It's like job security, you
The
know?
money, hey, if you believe you're good enough and you got the right look, you'll go there, and regardless of what happens, you'll make good money.
For how long though?
I mean, unless you're on NXT, and then you'll be all right if you're down there. But if you get called to the main roster, I mean, for example,
You're not safe. Didn't some of the NXT's guys get released?
Yeah, but a lot of outside the 205 Live guys were ones that you never even saw on TV yet.
I mean, okay, they were on the main roster for a while, but I mean, when they went back to NXT, Wolf and
Dane, yeah.
That shit to me was just like, really? Why? I mean, you keep Drake Maverick, but you get rid of Killian Dane?
After it would have been kind of messed up. I mean, because then they did release him last year and brought him back. So
yeah, like, and they did the same thing with Joe, release Joe, but then bring him back. But and I mean, obviously, what's her name, Vega.
Oh
is
God,
a result of that.
don't get me started with that. Do not even get me started. Don't get me started with that sellout.
What? Because she wanted to have a career?
No, because don't sit here and talk about you're all for unionization and everything, and as soon as Vince throws some money in your face, you freaking sell out your principles, go back, and you delete the tweet. Why? Because he shitted on you, he shitted on your husband, and because he threw some money in your face, oh, you jump back real quick.
I wish Chuck was here to answer this one, but yeah, I mean, I see what
She
you're
sold
saying.
out.
But
She basically sold out. There's no ifs, ands, but she sold out.
Who sold out?
Zelina Vega, she sold out.
I mean, she did have a chance to go to other companies too, but she chose to go back there. The question, I mean,
she sold out.
Do you ever think that maybe they kind of explained to her maybe when she was getting released that they were going to take her back, and maybe it was a behind closed doors agreement that she was going to come back, maybe for a contract?
But the reason why she got released was stupid though. Oh, you know what? Your superstars have a third party in it, like Twitch and stuff. Like, you realize that she made more money off her OnlyFans than she did off her original contract?
I honestly thought it was pretty
ashamed of myself if I was a company like WWE and I had a superstar making more money off their OnlyFans than off the contract I'm giving them. I'd be embarrassed, to be honest.
Rob, this is where you and I are absolutely going to agree today, because I honestly don't know what they thought they were doing when they were like, nobody can have any of their outside. It's like, bro, like
they're the only company that does it. No other company, all these other companies encourages you to have things like OnlyFans and Twitch and stuff. WWE's the only company that.
In this current age of social media, you really want people you're trying to put forward as personalities to be out there in the ether. You can't just be on TV nowadays. You got to be on the internet. You got to be on all the platforms.
It's not like she was
Social
doing
media
nudes and
content
stuff.
fucking helps.
It's not like she was doing nudes and stuff because it's because you have your OnlyFans. People get this.
She knew better. She knew
thought
better.
process.
But content is everything.
Yeah,
Content is everything right now.
People get this thought process. Oh, you got OnlyFans. You show nudes. No, because you have an OnlyFans don't mean you show nudes. I mean, Kira Hogan, she has an OnlyFans. She don't do nudes.
What is this OnlyFans that you keep babbling about? What is this OnlyFans?
Oh wow, you never heard of OnlyFans? Oh wow.
No, I haven't.
Explain it to him, Rod.
All right, basically, it's a site where you could go to and you can post certain pictures. Like if you want to post nudes, you can. You don't have to if you want to. And if somebody subscribes to your what's name, they get to see your pictures.
I feel like I have heard of
It's
this.
like a Patreon. It's like a Patreon, but for photos.
Didn't Jordan Grace do something? Have a fans only? Or maybe
She
I'm wrong.
might, but
Okay,
Kira Hogan has
potentially.
one. Kira Hogan.
No, it wasn't Jordan Grace. Who was it?
Who had the OnlyFans?
Kira Hogan
What
wasn't.
OnlyFans?
Sonny has one.
Right now, we're talking about people who.
What
WWE
about didn't Deanna have one?
Didn't
Didn't Deanna have one?
Paige, Ashley Bashara, when she was still alive.
Oh, RIP. She came through NYWC before she went to the WWE. I was actually there helping her learn holds and certain basic takedowns when she first came up.
God bless you, kiddo.
She was.
No, we were learning because we used to discuss about other superstars getting released for a day, and I made my point about like how I feel Zelina Vega sold out.
That's
Zelina
what
Vega
You know,
did not sell
I
out,
don't
bro.
know how.
Oh, she definitely did.
How did she sell out, bro?
Going back to the
you-
release date.
re-
Like I
really?
said, Rod
Really?
Chuck needs to weigh in.
Oh, because you didn't think she was going to go anywhere else, Rod?
Not even that. You freaking they crapped on you. They crapped on your husband, and you want to while you're released, you want to I'm all for unionization and everything. But as soon as Vince throws a little bit of money in your face, you want to delete the tweet.
How do you
and
know
jump
it was
right back
about
on
money? How do you know it wasn't about something else? How do you know? Were you at the conversation they had?
Rod, do you work with WWE?
I'm sure.
Apparently, Rod's the market works with
I'm
WWE,
sure.
apparently.
I'm sure that's not the reason. So you mean try to tell me that the reason she
Me and you,
has the money?
Rod really believes he works with WWE sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he should.
I think he actually thinks he is John Cena sometimes.
His kayfabe is strong, right, bro?
Maybe that's the person we need. Maybe that's the savior we need.
Yeah.
Rocket Man.
Rocket Man. Oh man.
Man,
By the
I'm
way,
so mad
speaking
at
of
this
Rod
man.
being a smart guy, so Rod, have you ever had an Ithaca Flower Power? It is the greatest beer in the world. As opposed
No. I never even heard of it until you guys showed it to me tonight.
I have definitely showed you this beer, Rod. You're wrong.
I'm pretty sure I know for a fact you have it.
Wait a minute, Rod. Aren't you what our truth talks about or talks to at times? You think Rod is the basis for Little Jimmy?
Oh yeah.
Rod is Little
yeah.
Jimmy. Come on, we've been saying this for years. I've been telling Rod. I've been calling him Little Roddy since 2011. I got my Little Roddy. Yo, I've been getting got by Little Roddy since 2011, Jay. Come on. I've been getting got by Little Roddy since 2011.
That proves it right there.
I got by Little Roddy for my entire life, man. Shoot.
So we've been talking about the whole Wyatt thing. We're talking about former wrestlers coming back to the company.
Right.
Now you tell me, like, what do you think of like what's been going on now that you're back from pissing your brains out?
Well, all the releases and shit. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I mean, personally, and again, I don't mean to bring the devil up here himself, but Cornette has been talking a lot about. Everyone thinks that Vince is getting ready to sell, and he's just trying to get rid of as many people as possible so he can show as many non-losses, gains, and money-making potential and prowess as possible.
Because every time you hear them talk, they always have record financial gains. It's like you're releasing all these people. So
they have record
how you
financial gains.
financial
Well, they
gains?
have 4 different releases, my friend. Exactly.
Because they're trying to shift their assets.
And if you think about it, they also had to fucking get rid of a few people so they can get up the money to get Cena to come back, probably too, right?
The only reason Braun Strowman
because
Oh, no, that was all for
But-
Eva Marie.
or the reason why Braun Strowman is gone, because people like you, oh man, shit, we need John Cena back, and then they shit can Braun Strowman.
right.
They didn't
Because
release
they're bringing
four
Eva Marie
great
back
people,
had
so
nothing
you
to do
can
with
get
that,
more
right?
Cena.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
So
find
need
out
Eva
how
Marie.
he's a
We
black
need
fire.
Eva Marie back right
I'm
now,
gonna drink
right?
to your
Nelson.
acknowledgement.
Because we need
of that.
Eva
Cheers.
Marie back right now, right? Because she's gonna
Ron
be the
doesn't know what
savior of the
he's talking
Raw
about.
Women's
Listen,
division,
man, just
right?
because you got what you wanted doesn't mean that we all got what we wanted, okay?
Nope.
You wanted Cena back, but now we're gonna lose all the people that we built in the last.
It's
couple of years.
okay because AEW got
right, because it's
Malachi
not
Black.
like Cena was the only person they brought back. It's not like they didn't bring back Goldberg. They didn't bring back Eva Marie for no reason.
Who needs
Okay.
Goldberg?
Yeah, who does need Goldberg?
Goldberg.
I'm just saying, Chuck over there talking like Cena's the only person who came back or something.
He's the only one that needed that much money to bring back, my friend.
I
He's not
gotta
wrong,
break
Ron.
in and say
He can
this.
stay doing
They
movies
did
forever. He doesn't
Black
gotta
a
fall out
favor.
again.
They did in Malachi Black a favor.
They
Making
really
him
did.
Malachi
I actually
Black.
agree with you on that one.
I agree with that. He deserves
Because
to be AEW
because
way
you know,
back
like
off.
you know, whoever
Here's that
didn't
Malachi Black
whoever
in
didn't
AEW. I like this guy.
fix that part
He
of his
knows what's up.
contract, I bet you Vince might shoot that person's ass.
It's a way better spot for him for sure.
That person's ass probably got chewed out. Whoever blew that deal.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Vince don't give a fuck. Why would he?
As long as
Because,
Vince has money in his pocket, he doesn't give a shit.
It
Of
was-
course he doesn't.
it
We've
was
been saying this
said-
every podcast we've ever done, dude.
It was said that I don't know if y'all have heard this rumor, but it's potential that because Vince McMahon loves to always be that guy that does like the biggest, bestest thing ever. It's said that he wants to get this company ready for the most record profit, whatever, so that he can sell it for the most anything's ever been sold for ever. As far
And
as
retire. I wouldn't be surprised if he's doing this. If he's getting ready
I'm
to sell
sure
so he
he's
can
doing it.
retire, it would not surprise me at this point.
Triple H will buy him off, dude. Come on.
There have been so many people, even articles saying that it possibly, even if he does sell, that Triple H and Stephanie won't be the ones running it. And I'm just like, what? Did he
What?
Are you kidding me, bro? You
Who else can run it?
They're gonna run it.
They
and
are
it's gonna be great.
ruining WWE. Recently, it came out. They had what they call a format for WWE, and it is literally word for word every single thing written by Hollywood writers. It's literal BS.
Yeah, they got people there. They got writers that like don't know wrestling.
For the sake of the business right now, no other fucking company does that. It's fucking disgusting. And they hire a bunch of people who don't know nothing about wrestling. And
You
they
heard about that one chick that they released, right? Because she went and said they hired her even though she has no knowledge of wrestling. That's why they let her go.
That was a crazy story. Oh yeah, it's Bobby Ashley.
Bobby Ashley, I remember
Ever
that
was.
shit.
I know, but like to come into a company and not even know, oh yeah, some guy Bobby Ashley or whatever.
Right.
I mean,
whatever.
yeah, I mean, it's
Like
not like
WWE
he's not the
employee, would you
WWE
not
champion
go
or
look through
anything.
their fucking their notes and trying to like.
Look, listen.
So.
Love and hate WWE. If you're gonna work for their fucking company, love it or hate it,
Know the brand.
you're gonna do some fucking research. You're gonna be like, oh, Bobby Lashley,
Right?
champion. Right, exactly.
Know your brand.
You should kind of know that shit.
I would hope you would know that going in.
Well, you could say that, but then we can go right back to where WWE doesn't even know its own brand, where it's telling everybody don't use third party. It's like, bitch, have you seen how much wrestling needs to get more out there nowadays?
You need third
Look at
parties.
where
to go
wrestling
Don't
to.
is
try telling
right
Vince
now.
that.
Look at where it is right now.
Because
As
Rod,
you were
Vince would
talking
listen
about
to me, I
with
would
the
tell him,
Forbidden
he doesn't
Door
give a
and
fuck
shit.
about me.
Rod, for the first time in our entire lives, we're actually gonna agree on something.
Wait, what? What?
Right.
Don't have a heart attack over there now.
Right. Rod might actually have me and Rod agree on something. Vince is old. He's out of touch.
He
He ain't
is
doing the right thing anymore. For the first time ever in podcast history, where Rod is a dumb motherfucker when it comes to wrestling and doesn't know shit.
I know
about
you
wrestling.
are piped in. I know you are not talking, but anyway.
But you've actually
Said the smartest thing today.
realized that you actually have a little bit of intelligence for
Oh
wrestling.
my god.
So
So do you
Rod,
think he's going to denounce
thank
Cena
you.
next?
like Rod, like, well done. Cheers, dude. I want to toast my delicious flower power to you because
Because you know,
you don't know how to drink real beer, but you know what?
Vince
Next time we hang out, we're gonna toast to a flower power because
Oh my
For you,
God.
Rod.
You
For
heard,
you.
you
That's
heard
for
what
you,
the
Rod.
man said the other
For you.
day. You literally heard what the man said the other day, that AEW is not the competition that WCW was.
Yeah,
but here's the thing, like Rob, but here's the
Times always change. Nothing's ever going to be what everything else used to be.
no.
And so you got to take it with new eyes every day. I got to take the world with new eyes every day myself.
We all do.
You can never assume.
Well, yeah. As I said,
you're making an ass out of
AEW
you
is
and
not WCW. and they never will be. And that's great because WCW was a train wreck towards the end.
It was,
Right,
unfortunately.
but the point is that, Jay, but the point of the argument was that when WCW was at his financial peak and where AEW is now, WCW was making way more money during the NWO than AEW is now. And I get where there's
Oh
going.
no, I agree. Yes, you're right.
But
You're
the
right.
point of it
You're
is that-
absolutely right.
But the point is that right now, if you were to like to put like the equities of WWE and AEW, WWE is killing AEW because there's so much more content, so much
It's
more
history. It's all about
everything.
being
It's
history.
being nostalgic, right? But that's
It's got a big
Well,
head
it's
start on
nostalgia,
it.
just a built-up layer of content.
well, of course. So yeah,
It's got a big,
but
it's got a huge head start
always
on
had
it.
more
history compared
content,
to AEW.
but now AEW, you know, they have their 4 shows, and we'll see where that brings it from there. They're a
And
new
we're
company.
hoping that
They're still-
AEW. We all hope that AEW actually gives legitimate competition to Vince McMahon, but like the way, like
Dude,
you
they're
say-
almost 2 years old, where WWE has been around much longer. So they're,
Yeah,
But that's the point. It's not competition yet. AEW is doing great because they have a lot of money backing them and they're doing a great product and it's
Yeah.
supposed to the competition that they've had since WCW. But the point is that I love AEW. Like I'm not shitting on their product. But again, if you're looking at what WWE is and what AEW is, WWE is still miles ahead of them because they have so much content. AEW isn't there yet. I'm not saying they won't get there, but right now, this is the harsh reality. I love Dynamite. I love Impact.
I agree. I agree.
I love Dynamite. I love Impact. I love Dynamite, but I love Impact. But also I love NXT. Rather, I'm sorry. So I love NXT.
oh,
I
you
love
did just
Dynamite.
say you love Impact? Did
Yep.
Chuck?
That's not what I said.
Oh yes,
And
it
that's what you
was. I
said.
heard it.
That's what you
I
You
said.
heard me wrong. But my point. Okay. All right. So let's digress. So, all right.
This is where I turn on Chuck.
You're gonna tell me, but my point
Heel
is.
turn.
Oh, whatever. Fine. But my point is NXT and Dynamite, because my verbiage can't say it in any day. I don't know why, but NXT and Dynamite.
It's a Freudian slip. You worship Impact secretly, and you're just not sharing it.
Truth be told about Dynamite or Impact rather, because I can't say them both. I don't know why I can't do this. It's a brain thing. But my point is
Who loves
is that-
Impact
Impact.
secretly?
I don't like their writing, but they have good talent. But all right, so let's digress.
I'm gonna say this,
NXT
as I've been saying.
and Dynamite.
Impact has the best damn talent in the women's division, holding up the women's title. Impact. Yeah.
has good women's wrestling. I'm not going to fight you on that because you're not wrong.
I'm talking about Deonna Purrazzo anyway.
I know you are. But go back to my thought where I'm all distracted now because we're having this whole thing where we're challenging.
That's why it's attention wrestling disorder. Anyway, go ahead.
Touche. So NXT and Dynamite. Okay, so we're going to go on that mindset. Dynamite is great. NXT is great. The problem with Dynamite is that on a viewer standpoint, and I love Dynamite over most WWE branding products, but the problem is that the casual audience doesn't agree with me. And it doesn't matter what the fuck I think or you think, because it's
No, because the problem is the casual audience
it's
is
four
still
of us.
learning.
It's four of us.
Still learning a lot of the AEW superstars.
But here's
Unless
the
you
point.
know who they are from the WWE, you're still learning.
Right. But my point is that you have four people riding out over Dynamite guys who don't know about Dynamite guys, or you know what I mean? Like, or it's like whatever, you know, it's like the people who are watching Dynamite are looking for the WWE guys in Dynamite.
Yeah.
Whereas the WWE, it's like, okay.
Like the Christians,
And they
the
were
Andrades,
introduced to
for
two
example.
new characters that are not even from AEW the other night. You had Mr. Nick Gage and you had Hikuleo.
Right.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. But I will say that Hikuleo on Dynamite was fantastic. I love Hikuleo.
Oh,
That was a
man.
hell of a
He was
man.
massive.
Dude, that's Haku's like third son.
Haku is one of the craziest mofos in the game.
Hey,
Hands
hey,
down.
hey, listen, Haku is the guy that when you talk about shoots in the wrestling industry, every wrestler that's ever encountered Haku is like, no one's fuck with Haku.
Dude, in a
I'm
bar,
surprised
he once bit a dude's nose off in a bar.
Exactly, that's my point.
But I'm still surprised they called him Haku on TNT, because on TNT
That's his name, brother. That's his name.
he was big though.
There's
He
no
was big.
WWE ain't on that shit.
Not
Yeah,
anymore.
WCW
They did like
was
20
the
years
main
ago,
yeah,
but
maybe
now,
now, but they definitely had their fights. You know, and they
right
they
nowadays they own it. No, but
it was his
Haku,
name to begin with, probably, and then they
Yeah,
they,
you
they
know,
licensed it.
he'll
And they had it
always-
back.
He'll
That's why
always
he's
go
been in
down as the
WCW,
last
yeah.
ever WCW Hardcore Champion.
What was he in WCW? Meng?
he was Ming.
Yeah,
Wow.
Ming. Yeah, Ming. He was Ming.
Ming.
it's funny. He wins the Hardcore title, and then like 3 weeks later, he shows up at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, because which means that in hindsight, with where WCW shape was, that
Let's get people to
WCW contracts in 2001 didn't mean shit.
They did.
Tell me I'm wrong, Rod. You can't.
Duh, obviously, because we all know what happened. Unfortunately, that year, in my opinion, it was the worst year in the history of professional wrestling.
I mean, definitely Vince did not expect to kill out his competition, and then I mean, anyone from a million miles away nowadays can see in hindsight.
Offense. When you have two of the three biggest freaking wrestling promotions in the world folded in the same year, that's a horrible year for wrestling.
Right.
Oh,
They might not have folded right then if it wasn't for the fact that Vince was fucking buying them.
Right.
Apparently, I watched the Jeff Jarrett Kingdom Mountain DVD, and he swears to this day that Vince didn't pay a dime for WCW.
He didn't pay him anything?
No.
What?
Yep.
It's crazy.
It's amazing what you learn when you watch these DVDs. Like, for example,
The kayfabe is strong with Rod Hancock.
like when the
So,
King
Mr.
joined
Moore.
WWF, he was brought in. Yeah.
Mr. Moore, I need your opinions on Rod Hancock.
Oh, here we go.
I want to hear this.
But Rod, here
Here
your shtick,
we go.
Rod, finish your thought. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
All right,
interrupt.
no. I was saying, like, when the King got brought into like WWF in '93, he got brought in because he came with Jerry Jarrett. Because had Vince lost that lawsuit, Jerry Jarrett was going to take over WWF.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You talking about the steroid lawsuit?
Of course.
Yes. And then just think, like instead of Bret Hart as the face of the new generation, you might have had Jeff Jarrett as the face of the new generation.
Wow.
Imagine
Love
that would have
that.
been
Fuck
like.
Jeff Jarrett.
One of my Tennessee brethren, my guitar wielding brethren.
That reminds me why you're talking about Jeff Jarrett. I mean, Jeff Jarrett started his own promotion. And hey, wait, Rod, didn't you? And he also tried to benefit himself as a heel in that promotion, making himself King of the Mountain and champion. Hey, Rod, don't you have a lot in common with EOW, Rod?
Oh yeah. Like, if I remember correctly, who beat who in the playoffs last season?
He's got a point, Jay.
Don't gonna kick your ass.
I can't even side with him right now, but he's got a point right now.
This is some heat right here.
He's
still gonna
got a
kick your
point,
ass
Jay.
this season.
RJ,
Yeah,
he's
you
got-
got to
he's
get
not
to me
wrong.
first.
That's because he beat me, because he cheated, because he owned the company.
Because he's
Oh
a no
yeah,
good, dirty cheater.
that's what it was.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it was.
Because
That's what it was.
Rod had,
Gamesmanship. He's done gamed the game.
he has.
That's what it was.
Rod,
That's what it was.
that's exactly what it was, Rod. We all know that because you're a sore winner.
I know you ain't
Always on
talking. I
top.
know
What
you
are
are
you
not
talking about? What are you
talking.
talking about right
Because
now?
you rigged
I'm
it.
calling you on your
I think
bullshit.
I rigged it. Okay.
Rod, you have rigged it. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I definitely have it.
Rod, you
If I
create
was
the
rigging
rules,
it,
but rule
I'd
in
be
your
winning the
favor.
title every season if I was rigging it, and I don't. I just won the
So-
most.
I think Dirk was going to tell us what he thought about Rod and Mr. Kayfabe over here.
Oh boy.
Well, honestly, from the one episode that I really immersed myself in getting familiar before coming on here, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have fun with this guy. And then honestly, I gotta give it to him today. He's actually been in rare form, if that other episode has anything to be indicating, because aside from his questionable beer preferences, I resonate with a lot. I resonate with a lot of his opinions today.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
I know it's a heel turn to a heel turn, right? I'm putting over Rod now.
You became
And
a
Rod's
babyface.
Rod's the damn baby face of this group.
No, what you don't know is
Because
the
I like
secret heel turn. Rod's
I
coming
like
with me.
wrestling. I like pro. I don't have a favorite company. I just enjoy pro wrestling.
See, he's not even. He can't even be a tweener. He is a clean slate. He does not want any affiliations with any of the heels, the baby faces, the tweeners. You know what? Forget about it. This is wrestling. We don't even know what those words mean.
I mean, every company has its good and bad things about it. It's obvious. No company's perfect.
Like I said,
Can't hate on that.
I'm not
Look at
just
I,
a
apparently.
one company guy. I like all these companies because they're working together,
Yes.
unlike the so-called top company.
All I gotta say is that
But you know how
Chuck
Vince,
here.
if Vince still feels like this is like the 1980s where, you know, like eventually he'll just buy out his competition like he did in 2001. That's Vince's philosophy. That's
I
why
really
he hasn't
hope.
joined in.
Could you imagine if Vince buys AEW? Could you imagine?
Could you imagine?
Oh my
I
God,
thought
Jay
he did.
would have a heart
I thought
attack.
he
Jay would
already
legit have a
did.
heart attack.
I thought he already did, though. Didn't?
Isn't
That what JR said?
Oh my God.
Hold on.
Leave the man alone.
I got a better one. Here's the gimmick right here. Hold on.
Dynamite.
Hold on. Here's the gimmick right here. Right, just like the Nick Gage, Cardona shit. Right. You have someone come out in the black fucking thing on AEW doing the, and he takes off the hood. It's me, Austin. It was me all along, Austin. I'm the owner of AEW. It was me, AEW. It was me all along.
You know the fucking things that AEW would do that dumb shit too.
They would do that shit.
He would do that dumb shit.
Dude, he would do it up. It's Vince McMahon on AEW. Oh my God, it's me all along, AEW.
Of course he would, because that's what's
And
man.
JR will say, "Yeah, you
JR
thought I
would
was
put that over
stupid,
like nobody
but I
else.
was really
Oh my
telling you the
God,
truth."
they've killed him.
They've killed the business. Oh my God.
They've killed the business. This guy's
That's
my
exactly
witness.
what they would do.
AEW is broken in half.
Exactly. That's exactly what they would do. Fuck. That's exactly what they would do. I can't.
You know what gets me? You know what gets me though? Like all these people are talking about like how like, you know, the freaking that mask that the Inner Circle had with freaking inside the cage with freaking the Pinnacle, how horrible that
War
was.
games.
But then you got, but then you get Stephanie coming out talking about how great the freaking Zombies was for the company during the minutes it wasn't.
Yeah,
I gotta see you the link when
That
she
was
said that. She
trash.
said,
that
I gotta see the link
ruined
for
it.
that.
I feel like I know about it.
I'll see the link when she said that. Between that and Vince saying, you know, AEW is a competition like WCW was.
You might as well just be like, WWE tonight is sponsored by The Walking Dead on AMC.
Exactly.
Like no offense, but if AEW
They
is a
did that to
competition,
promote
why
that
did
Batista
Dynamite
movie.
9.8 times out of 10 win the Wednesday Night Wars then?
I mean, say what you want, but at this point, it's when does Tony's dad say enough money is enough? Because honestly, if he can put forward more than what WWE is willing to put forward when they're going to probably try and sell the fucking gimmick, that like, you know, if money is the end all be all of the world, which unfortunately it happens to be, I don't see them going down. I don't see them going down in this scenario. I don't think they're going to call it out. You know.
I look at it like this. At this point, you're going to go to WWE despite all the negative things you'll hear about for one or two reasons. Either you got a significant other there or you're going to go for the money.
All I'm saying is if it was...
Or a combination of both.
If it was enough of a threat and WWE was enough of a powerhouse as they still were, that it all mattered, they would have bought them already. And they can't and they won't, and it's not going to happen. And so that's honestly one of the reasons that made me a little bit optimistic about the business. Like I said, when I was just coming up in the training school, before I even knew what I would be one day, they would just be like, hey, just so you know, if you're not 6 foot and jacked, no one really gives a shit. And nowadays, it gives a platform for so many other people who aren't 6 foot and they can still be jacked, but they're not 6 foot. And all the time that WWE spent saying, nah, you can't play in our sandbox because you're not big enough. And then they went and when they had thought they had to, coalesce to it, they hired a bunch of cruiserweights and stuck them all in the same show. We're like, yeah, whatever. But now it's honestly just mounting on them. There's only so long they can hold back the quote unquote zombies at their door. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's one thing to say, well, now everybody can play, but as long as you're hiring players who can fucking work, WWE has no chance if they're trying to maintain the model of old.
But you know the one thing that really gets me more than anything else is how people think, oh my God, you left WWE, you got released, you can't go nowhere else. Like it's like some kind of cardinal sin if you join
the last 3 months
to
6 months has been like a godsend to most people, being like, oh really, I've been released, I can go and do what I want now.
Right, no, you got
exactly.
I mean, you get WWE stands to act like it's like the worst thing ever if a guy gets released and they go to AEW or
Be
something.
grateful you got released because you now harness your craft to be
It's
better,
like-
and then if
It's
really,
like I didn't know there was like
Yeah,
some
like,
law that said you only
holy
could work
shit,
for
they're
one
fucking that
company,
good.
and if you
He's
get let
not-
go, you can never join anything else. I didn't know there was a law that
Bullshit.
said that.
He's not wrong though. He's not wrong though, because back in the day, if you left WWE at the time that they were such a conglomerate that they were, and that
Okay.
nobody else was a titan like they were, if you left there, it was like, well, where are you gonna go? Back to the Indies? And basically it was almost like a derogatory term, like where are you gonna
Well,
go?
yeah, of course.
Where are you
back-
gonna go?
Well, back then,
Now
yeah.
there's dude, at least Impact or AEW, there's at least 2 places.
NWA too. Let's not or MLW.
Japan.
even.
You got New Japan, you got NWA, you got fucking Ring of
Japan,
Honor,
true.
all these shits.
And
You
I
got
couldn't be
MLW.
happier because the brothers and sisters
Yeah,
who
I'm
put in
loving
the
it
work
right now.
deserve to be seen, deserve to have their
This
day.
is a fun time to be a wrestling
They
fan
do.
right
Of
now.
course they do.
And
This is-
like, you know,
It's a unique time, but it's also a fun time to be a wrestling fan right now.
and off
Oh,
with
yeah.
off with the head of the king of pro wrestling. We need to have more companies involved because that's how you get an
I
actual
agree.
a scene.
Somebody say
a
Ring of
community.
Honor Pro Wrestling.
Could you imagine? Could you
Oh my
imagine if they started
God.
talking about not only the TV promotions, but the small independent promotions that each and every one of these people have definitely come from, where they learned from? You would have the territories all over again, but instead of doing territorial, you do it on TV. Well, here we coming in from the Tennessee territory,
I love
Dirty
it.
Moore, and we come in and then
Dirty Bar.
representing this training
Dirty
school.
Moore.
And if there's
You know
any
what?
if there's any kids out there today, like, I want to learn. If you're in New York right now, New York Wrestling Connection is the place to be. But if you're in Tennessee, I don't know. I haven't been there in a while. I don't know what's currently hip there.
You got CCW in Florida.
It's an Impact tape in Tennessee.
I got buddies in Florida. We need to have anybody who comes on to these AEW things, not only is like, okay, to making their AEW debut, so-and-so, but representing such and such training school. Because, like, think about it. You need representation in this world, not for just transgenders and people of niche cultures, but for everyone. Anyone who wants to do something who doesn't know where they can do it, you need to be able to tell them where they can get it done. And when I tell people I've done wrestling, they're like, "Really? There's wrestling?" I'm like, dude, there's
I
at
know,
least
he's
3
frozen.
training schools.
Yeah, he's cutting out. Yeah, he's doing it to me too.
Frozen.
We good?
Oh, we're good. We're
We
good.
all right?
We're good.
Dirk, you're cutting out.
All right, I'll stop.
My internet connection is unstable. All right, I'm sorry.
One.
I think we're okay.
We better now? Good now?
Uh-oh.
All right.
Yeah, they're there.
Okay.
You know what? Personally, I would love to see come back.
I'm sorry. My goodness.
Who?
You know what? I would love to see the super shows like they used to do in the '80s when all the companies would come together.
Where are
Besides
those?
WWE, and
That's
they
what
would just
we
have all
need.
their talent on one show.
Like a
I would
Survivor
love
Series,
to
isn't
have
that
that
what's
come
been
back
going
again.
everybody.
Dirk Moore face.
Wait a
turn,
minute.
people.
Isn't that what's been going on with AEW
Dirk,
and
face turn.
Impact?
Yo, guys, Dirk with the face turn. Right
To
now,
a
not really.
degree. To a degree.
Turn my face.
Hey, he turned his face for that.
To a
Face
degree.
turn.
I mean, you had
I just
Kazarian
kidding.
on the other night.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm
Jay.
talking about like an actual like pay-per-view where you get all these. I forgot what it was
Right.
called. They used to do it a lot back in the 80s, like AWA, USW, all the territories would come together for one big show. I forgot what it was called.
Isn't it like an
It's
NWA
Super Show, right?
because
Super shows,
they
yeah.
just-
Super show.
They were the super shows, yeah,
Yeah,
super shows,
yeah.
I don't disagree. Like,
Isn't
I was
that
just
what
like,
they call shows these days?
what?
And I don't mean like a super show like WWE where they have Raw and SmackDown talent on
like,
the same show,
if you
like a
go-
house show. I don't mean that.
If you go to a show like on the, I mean, okay, like on the indie level, don't they call the big shows super shows?
I feel like they do.
But if anything, I think that's an homage to what was originally the Super Show. Which
For,
would
for
be
our viewers,
the
and for our
promotion.
viewers, help
Yeah.
me out here. For the people who are going to be watching this, help me out here. Thank you.
We'll
really-
get there,
I
but
don't
but
know,
I
man.
gotta say,
The
for my
audio is
heel
coming in
fandom,
weird, man. I
Dirk
really
Moore
hope
is
that's
my guy
not what
tonight.
it's going to
I love
sound
this
like
guy.
in playback.
Cheers, my friend. Dirk Moore is the guy to watch out
Chuck,
for
do you
in wrestling.
understand the words that I'm saying?
I hear what you said. I'm sorry.
I'll be looking out. Hopefully next time in New York, I can get to a I can get to NYWC shows. Been a
Stop
while.
for a
Because you
second.
guys actually at Deer Park literally do shows literally 5 minutes from my house. Where you guys
Really?
do your shows at that in those factories and you
I
literally 5
got
minutes
lost
from my house.
going to one of those.
Wow, you got to come down. I want to get in
Only
your
5
face,
minutes
bro. I
from
want to
my
get in your
house.
face and be like, you Coors Light loving bastard. I'll take you
Well,
down
this
right
is
now.
not as stupid because he likes
Hey.
Coors Light.
Sure, come down here.
Shoot, I'll be holding it up too as you do it.
So let me ask you a question.
down here.
More. Flower power or Coors Lights?
Flower power all day, baby.
I like this guy.
Woo!
Oh, what you?
And this is how you know, Rod, that I have better taste in beers than you do.
Dirk.
For this immediately.
Dark's with you, baby.
I don't know. I wouldn't go that far now.
Guys, can you even hear me?
Yes.
We hear you.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Because the sound sounded a little messed up.
We got carried away. I'm
We
sorry.
got
So-
some latency.
Dirk,
Indeed.
yeah, you got attention wrestling disorder all over you. You got to come down to Florida, man. You got to wrestle down here too.
Like I told you, I got my buddy in Fort Myers. Actually, let me pimp this right now because his buddy just gave me this shirt yesterday. The Crypt Wrestling Training Academy, and I assume they put on shows. I can't say that for sure, but if they ever have shows, I will come down there because this is a call out to Scyther of the Crypt Wrestling. If you see this, I am coming for you, buddy. You want to have me in Florida? I'm gonna come and take whatever you have.
I love this guy.
I mean, there's a bunch of places. Like I said, the one I'm really familiar with is Coastal Championship Wrestling, CCW.
Maybe we got to get everybody together for a super show of sorts.
You never know.
Let's do it.
I'm
Make it happen, Floridians.
I agree with him on this. You both lived out there. What the
I
fuck
don't
you
see
guys
any
doing?
problem with that.
I know it's a big place. I'll connect you with my boy, and that's the best as I can do.
I'm slacking. Really, I was at an event and I plan on going to more.
Well, I totally was gonna say something. I lost my train of thought. Wow.
I have that effect on everyone.
You do apparently, RJ show. So RJ, so let
Oh no, man. I was 80. So
Stop. Wow.
Rod's got something to say.
Where?
So let Rod say what he's got to say because his opinion's
no,
been.
I was gonna ask if anybody's watching. Besides me, anybody watching Homecoming tonight?
Yeah, you know I'm gonna watch.
I'm not watching it.
I might check it out. I'm gonna be watching the H2O pay-per-view later. Some people are back at the wrestling school are gonna be watching that, so I'm gonna watch that, and then maybe we might tune into
Maybe I'll watch it tomorrow, but no, not tonight.
Impact as well.
Not tonight.
Because I just bought the NWA bundle, so I'll be able to watch both Empower and NWA 73 next month.
I was gonna
Okay,
say, what was the bundle? But you just said it, so cool. Because now I know the Empower, but I didn't know what the other show was.
Yeah, NWA 73.
When is Empower?
The
So when your
28th, I
partner's not
believe.
involved, can I be a partner?
You want to be part of the Dirty D's, my friend?
I might want to be.
Maybe you'll be our official correspondent. You'll be our man in the field. You'll be our
All right. So
lead
unrelated.
and on the scene, Chuck McNally.
Check it out. So unrelated to anything now, we're gonna go into a different direction now because we just did that. So me and actually Dirk here have a partnership unrelated to wrestling. We all know that
We're doing this now. Are we doing this now?
Bunch of guys. So for those who don't know, me and Dirk here have partnered up in music and life. 2 Halloweens ago, we did a Misfits tribute show because I'm a Misfits guy. We all know. Because we have never seen this before. So
I've never seen that on you before.
Minimal, Halloween band, if we are being frank.
Of course, yeah. So me and him, we have bonded over music. He is a stellar drummer initially, but also a secondary bass player. He is a phenomenal musician. We love him.
And once in a while, the vocals they get to work just a little bit.
A little bit.
We turn up to 11.
You start.
I'm going to say it again, Chuck. I'm going to say it again with him here. Who does he look like?
You tell me.
But we already did this already.
But did we acknowledge it then?
Fine, I'll acknowledge it. You look like a local musician that we know very well. He's now in North Carolina, but our buddy John Alaya, who is in
North Carolina. Sorry.
North Carolina, yes. You look like John Alaya from Year of Confession, Moth Eater, and Thorn Constellation.
Well, then I think that we need to have a grudge match because there can only be one.
I love John Alaya.
He looks just like him.
I'm gonna you with a post for this.
This is a shout out to John Alaya. I'm coming for you, baby. I'm coming for everything you got. Dirk Moore, there can only be one bearded vixen like myself.
I love John Alaya.
He is like one of the great. He's one
don't
hell of
either.
a vocalist. That dude.
He got his
That
rub
guy-
today.
He's a metalcore singer. He's fantastic.
Metalcore? No, he's metal, dude.
Various of that. Yeah, all joking aside, various of that. He's fucking good at it. So
There
don't
can only
hate
be
him.
one, my friend. Who you gonna? I'm right here waiting.
But,
all I'm saying.
but we're gonna do some. So if you're okay with this, Dirk, we're gonna go into your personal life a little more into the music land. We're gonna break your kayfabe a smidgen.
I'm into it.
Can we shoot him? Name him now?
You can shoot him.
Can you
Or can I
dead
shoot
name
him?
me? Can you dead name me? Yeah,
I
you
can
can dead
name
name
him.
me.
I can name him.
So go ahead. Who is he?
He is for the local music scene. He is Alex Salido of a group FKA or AKA as Jungle Gypsy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You sure about that? You sure about
Was
that?
Jungle now is Jungle
Exactly,
Gypsy
bro.
heavy? Is Jungle Gypsy? What is Jungle Gypsy?
So we like to think of ourselves as island rock. It's
Okay.
there were, for lack of a better word, there were way too many ska and reggae influenced bands on Long Island that it became almost like a pandemic of itself.
Okay.
And we were like, well, we do other things. We do some like some cool
I can't
weird
argue
stuff.
this.
And so when we started doing it, we're like, well, let's just call it island rock. Because we like doing rock, but we also do island vibes. We do this, we do that. And because most people just be like, oh, you're like Sublime, right? And so we're just like, let's give it down the middle. It's both the best of both worlds, but people want one thing, and yeah, you're not wrong, but we would rather be respected for just doing music. It's a reason why I'm not there anymore.
So going back to like nostalgia of like local music, like I've known him from his Jungle Gypsy shtick because obviously for all the fans that know, I was in Hollywood Drive-By and Rod was like a mark for Hollywood Drive-By. He'll say no, but he was.
Oh my god.
He's been to a lot of
I loved Hollywood Drive-By. The
Radio
real
J was
Hollywood
also-
Drive-By.
Radio J interviewed Hollywood Drive-By a number of times.
The
So
real Hollywood Drive-By.
the initial Hollywood Drive-By, yes, that's where we're at. So we're talking about like Hollywood Drive-By. We're like gigging with ourselves and like Jungle Gypsy and Wholesome and Aqua Cherry and like every like
Aqua Cherry.
Aqua
Aqua
Cherry.
I remember them.
Still around.
They're still around. Stu was in Hollywood Drive-By at the end, dude.
Who?
Stu's everywhere, man.
I love Stu. Stu is my guy. We had the
Wait, which one? Oh, Stu was the bassist,
You know,
right?
this whole thing. Me and him, we jammed some Misfits. And Alex actually gave me a lot of credit for Misfits because he was like so impressed when we jammed. He was like, dude, I've never jammed with a guy who knew Misfits as much as you do. And he was like, holy shit. I'm like, dude, I don't fuck around.
There had even
I
been a
need to
time
know
where
who
we
came
asked
first.
Stu before that, and unlike the guitarist before, he knew what he was doing and didn't just learn it the day before.
And I knew
Did
everything.
who came first though? The drummer or the musician or the wrestler?
It would have to be the drummer. So now, not that I was ever diagnosed, but I have to admit I probably am ADD or ADHD or something like that because I was always just
Join the
tapping on the
club.
desk, always just doing something, and I used to get in trouble up until second or third grade, just tapping on my desk, tapping, and the teacher would be like, "Stop tapping on the desk," and I'm like, "Sorry, I don't even realize I'm doing it." And then I'd be doing it again, and I literally would get sent to the office. And I'm like, "I'm sorry, I don't even realize I'm doing it." So my mom got me drum lessons, and that corralled my need to move all the time into something like, "Hey, listen, stop tapping on your desk. Every weekend we'll go to drum lessons and we'll teach you how to do percussion." And I did that for a while. So like I said, from third grade onward, so like 8 years old and 9 years old onward. And when I was 16 is when I joined the wrestling school.
Wow.
Look at this guy. Hot shot.
Cool. So is that just NYWC that you've been with all this time?
Yeah, honestly, now that I hooked up with Johnny Malloy, the bearded villain, him and I just started the new Dirty Deeds tag team. Until that time, I'd only done NYWC events, and then recently, a couple weeks back, him and I went down to Pennsylvania, and we wrestled. Well, he wrestled against HC Loke from ECW and other fame, and I was a manager on the outside, and we ran the interference where I had brought Delilah here and he got the loaded
Hey
punch.
there, Delilah. What's it like in New York City? I'm sorry.
Hey there, Delilah. What's it like to brain
Oh
it?
my god.
But
That hurt like a motherfucker, guys. I just gotta put that out there.
you'll know when I hit you, bud.
Yeah, I
I know.
can bleed in there, Chuck.
But
I sold like a champ, bro. Relax.
He didn't even grunt. But
he didn't need to. He's out.
yeah.
One and done. That's what I say.
What's going on, guys? What did I miss? Holy shit.
Oh man, that reminds me of of a story. I think I've told it before.
Jeez, easy, man.
Dude, that reminds me of the time where this dude was supposed to be selling an injury and at a show I went to in New Jersey. But then, like, if you look carefully after the match, you could see him kind of hanging out fine, like in the little backstage area because the
Trying to
door
sell
was
his
open.
gimmicks. Just trying to sell it, peddle his wares.
Yeah, he was trying to sell again. And then, of course, when he saw people could see him, he started limping around. Like, dude, you should have closed the door.
You want to hear a good one? You know Willow Nightingale, girl, with big purple hair. She debuted on AEW Dark and Elevation.
Oh, Willow. Yeah.
So,
Right.
Like,
okay.
Ring of Honor. Yeah.
so when I started coming back to NYWC in like 2018-19 timeframe, I came in to a show, and after the show, we were at a bar, and she came in with a neck brace on, and I looked to one of the guys, and I was like, "Yo, she's really in it. She's really in it to win it here." And he's like, "Well, okay." So that person, I think, tried to like further kayfabe me by like, "Yeah, sure." I said it to the owner of the wrestling a year later. He was like, "She really broke her neck, you fucking maniac! Like, what? Like that was a real neck brace." I was like, "Oh shit! I thought she was just." I was like, "Yeah, no, she was
Oh
not."
damn.
Damn.
I thought she Andy Kaufman herself, and I was like, "Yo, Willow,
You
she."
probably had like atomic heat after that.
Oh,
The good
shit.
thing is I only sent it to 2 people, and it didn't get around because I hadn't been back yet. But I was just like, "Wow,
Oh,
that's
woo! Oh
really
yeah.
taking it for the team," and they're like,
You got lucky.
"Broke her neck, you motherfucker."
Oh man, that's funny.
But of course, like a
Shout out to
mini
Willow.
riot.
She's a trooper. She's a fucking
Good
she's
for
a
her.
warrior for sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I've been paying attention to her since for me, it was the Ring of Honor tournament, or not tournament, the Ring of Honor Women's of Honor. And then I noticed or Women of Honor. Then I noticed she's been on AEW as well.
Oh, I'm happy that they're gonna start showing the matches and stuff next week.
Yeah,
Actually, this Monday, actually, to be exact.
But I'm excited to see it.
I'm behind for sure. I need to be clued into this, but it sounds interesting.
Women of Honor on everything right now.
Okay.
Right, like Women of Honor women titles.
Yeah, they're finally gonna
Remember, I've
crown
been
a
in
new
Tennessee
woman
for 10 years,
champion
just kicking
since the whole Kelly Klein incident. They're finally gonna crown a new champion
I don't
now.
understand the whole
Because
Kelly
Rod,
Klein.
for the first time in your life, you bet somebody more heel than myself. Rod, he's more heel than
Oh
I
my
am.
god.
Dirtiest player in the game, baby.
And I'm a heel to Rod. Like, of all the people in his life, Rod is like, yo, Chuck is the heel of life.
No, Chuck, you're the degenerate of life. That's the difference.
I ain't even,
Shots fired.
God, I suck.
I gotta tell you though, if I saw you do your thing at a show, I'd be rooting for you because, dude, I don't know, because I'm always about. I think the guys who play the bad guys are the cool ones.
Apparently, RJ's more heel than I am right now.
That's how it's always been, though, man. I'd fucking want to have a beer with this motherfucker, and and
Well, it's the RJ show.
I've been drinking beers with them all night, and I've been loving it.
Okay.
It's been great. I love it.
When are we gonna get these guys up here from Florida? We're gonna have a round table.
that'd be fucking sweet.
Like
man.
a year from now. Guys, come up. We'll set you up here. No, seriously, we'll get rooms to you guys at the house. Like, I love you guys. Come on.
All right, I'm in. Or you motherfuckers come down here, whatever.
I'll come down here. I don't give a fuck.
Let's set it up around an NYWC date so y'all can come home. I'll get y'all some comp tickets to the show, and we'll fucking get you all in there, and maybe you guys can talk about it afterwards.
I love this guy.
That'd be sweet.
I've
Hey, you never asked him. We never asked him.
I am
Chuck, you never asked him. Does he know him or does he not know him?
Do I know who?
You know who.
Well, I missed what you said. He was talking.
Oh, no.
Oh, is it who I think it is?
Yeah, does he know him?
Do I know who?
I'll give it a hint. Oh yeah.
Do you know Vinny the Guido?
I asked. So that was really funny. When he said he had Ian, Rick, and nobody, whatever it is, on his show, I thought he said he had Ian Riccaboni on his show, and I was like, "How dare you have me on this show after that guy? Because how am I going to follow that?" And he was like, "No, it's Rick and nobody," and he made me understand that.
My
sorry,
character. Yeah.
We're talking about a person unrelated to that.
Oh yeah, Vinny the Guido. So I was going back through the archives after I realized, okay, it's not Riccaboni, but who else have they had as guests on the show? And I saw that Vinny the Guido was a guest on the show.
Oh shit.
And honestly, as a 16-year-old just coming to see the shows for the first time, I remember him there with his newly conjured up Bluetooth, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, guys, what's going on?" Blah, blah. He was at every show, and I never really built a rapport with him. But to be honest with you, it's like when Cactus Jack came back to the WWE. Cactus Jack, I thought he was dead. It's like I haven't heard hell or high water of that man in probably a decade, and you put him on your show. And I was like, Vinny the Guido, he's still kicking around.
I mean, I met him
Like
at one of my shows when I was in a band with a mutual friend. My buddy Pete was friends with him, and he came to check us out. And then I found out he was, manager in NYWC or I think he was doing NYWC.
Yeah, he was a manager at one point.
So that's how I met him. But he's done like VPW. He's done a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I met him because I worked with him when he was working at Target. He was working at Target Bayshore, and me and my boy Brendan.
Target, bro. That's how you know Vinny the Guido was big time.
But I figured you'd know him because, again, the NYWC connection.
That's how you know Vinny the Guido's aim is on point, because he works at Target.
There you go.
Man, listen, rough life.
I do with you.
You gotta do it.
You
gotta do it.
I'm your honorary tag.
You're wearing you're wearing all red. So.
Oh, I'm in full gear tonight, my friend.
Dude, we've been a band. We've jet bands together. We're honorary tag team partners by default because we've done the band thing.
Are you gonna? Why don't you guys just do this proposal?
Oh my god.
Yeah, Chuck, you should seriously join their group. Be like the fabulous Freebirds.
Why not? Because I'd be great at that.
Dirty Deeds can institute a Freebird rule. We can have a third member, and when we finally take the NYWC tag team titles, we can have a Freebirds rule.
But here's the thing. I can arrest him, but I will be your heel manager, and I will be the best heel manager in the world. Rod will attest.
I think I'd be
heel
better
manager
than
in the
you,
world.
honestly.
Rod,
I would be better than you.
attest to this. Rod, would I be not the best heel manager in the world?
Yeah, like, could you be like so over the top degenerate? You would be. I mean, you wouldn't be VTG level, but you'd be good.
I would be better than him because, first of all, I got the facial hair for the role. Second of all, I could be an asshole if I want to be.
Jay,
are you sure?
Jay, I haven't shaved in a few weeks. What do you think of this is right now? Go on, bro.
I still look better than you. Look at this. Look at this. Come on.
Jay, you wish you were as attractive as me.
I don't need to wish. I'm more attractive than you. So
which guy's more attractive? The girls will be on me right now without you.
I don't think so. You look like, what's his name? From that, help me out, Rod. He looks like, what's his name? You look like fucking Diener, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, I look like something, eh? I look like I might be something.
Before you Jake something.
Hey, honestly, if anything, Peter is the one who has just demonstrated malfeasance and has dirtied, no pun intended, sullied the name of somebody who's a Southern boy. He has denounced his roots and is completely off the rails at this point, as far as I'm concerned.
All right, I guess you guys got me beat there.
This is the one podcast where I am more heel than Radio J is.
I still, dude, I look like what's his name? The hell is that? I have the Dutch Mantel look. I have the Dutch Mantel look. So
you gotta let it grow a little more. No, let's have a hour. You gotta
grow
let
it down. Grow it down. Be like Ox Baker.
Ox Baker's without the middle part.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't
Ox
Dutch
Baker.
Mantel. I'm more heel than you because
I might do the Ox Baker.
You should.
I should.
I'm more heel
Mantel
than
has this show going on though.
I'm gonna recycle some beer.
Whatever.
What you gotta do. You know what you gotta do. He's gonna go bleed blaze and we're gonna chat. But you are not Dutch Mantel. You are not more heel than me this week because I have the heel in my fucking possession.
Oh,
Yeah, whatever.
Rod, you're as babyface as it gets. You will never be.
Fine, I'm a gut. Well,
such a bad thing, though.
make me a fucking tweener, but fine. I'll fucking attack all three, and then I'll be the heel again. What can I tell you?
I feel like most of the time I'm the tweener, but like today, I feel like I'm the heel over you. Like you might be the tweener today, Jay.
Oh, that sucks. I don't want to be a tweener.
I actually have out healed you this week. Most times I will say I'm the tweener, but this week I'm out healing you.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it.
But here's the kicker. But here's the kicker. In most arguments, Rod will tell you that I am out heel to you. Chuck is more heel than Radio J, and Rod will agree with that.
Well, I've known Chuck longer, so yes.
I'm an arrogant prick, though. So
I won't deny that.
Because Chuck isn't, right, Rod?
Oh,
Chuck is an
yeah.
arrogant prick.
Oh no.
Chuck's not a hater. Not at all.
Yeah, okay.
did you not ask me my opinion many years ago, and I told you flat out what I thought?
The difference between me and most people is I didn't take it personally, so I didn't care.
Damn it! Without healing, things not working. God damn it!
You weren't here with them because I didn't care. Because, like, you know what? You're entitled to your opinion, and we did what we had to do, and we were still doing what we had to do. Right?
So basically,
Well,
what you're
that's
saying
like-
is I'm not going to win this fucking argument.
In that argument, you're not going to win that because I'll just
Damn it.
whatever.
Damn it! You know what's cool though? I live in a house now, so like there are not a lot of people next to me, so I can yell as loud as I want.
That,
Do you want this one?
yeah, I'm gonna get the other one. No, you're fine.
I can yell as loud as I want now,
No, you're fine.
and I am so happy about that. But anyway, all right. Do you guys want to keep going or what?
I think we're like winding down actually.
We can come to some sort of.
Yeah, because I'm about to go eat, get ready for homecoming in a couple
That's
of
cool.
hours.
That's cool.
I have
We-
to decide if
we
I'm
do what we
going
need
to
to
a
do
show
today.
or if I'm going to unpack boxes tonight.
The last thing I want to do is keep good old wrestling fans from enjoying some good old damn wrestling.
I like this guy.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm gonna go do the same.
So, where are you going to be next, Dirk?
Well, like I said earlier, like my boy Johnny Malloy said from his vacation in Kentucky, and I really do thank him for piping himself in at such an inopportune time. But we will be present at the August 14th rendition of NYWC at the Copiague Fire Department. And I have no idea who our opponents are going to be yet, but you best believe that the Dirty Deeds are coming up on top.
Hey, dude, that's where FTW did that show.
Could be.
Yeah.
At the
course.
Copiague Fire Department.
Could absolutely be. I've seen them run shows at the VFW in Center Reach. That was back to when they first started.
Cheers, my friend. Enjoy.
Oh
that.
yeah,
So,
I
like,
remember going to like Selden and Center Reach for shows back when I was on the street team for VPW back in the day.
Definitely VPW. I was at least one or two of those shows. Watched some of my friends wrestle. For sure.
Rod's been riding on the Vinny the Guido's nuts for like 100 years.
Rod, Buddy,
So
what?
it's like
Rod has been riding on
2008.
Vinny the Guido's nuts since their
no,
target
is
tenure.
NYWC just? Oh yeah. Is NYWC just like Long Island, or do you guys do city shows too?
I mean, I think so. We've even gone upstate New York back when I was first coming up when I was like 18, 19 years old. We would go up to Monticello, New York. We went to Camp Shane, which is an obese camp. Actually, before the August 14th event, which is closed to the public, August 12th, we're going to be at a special needs camp for people with mental retardation and other mental afflictions. And we're going to be doing a show for them for charity and everything. And then after that is the Copiague Fire Department. But not only the reason why they call it the New York Wrestling Connection when they were birthed was because they always wanted to make a literal connection. And so the couple of years that I really wasn't there, not only was NYWC running shows out of the Sportatorium in Deer Park and Bayshore area, but they had at least, I don't know, probably at least 4 other companies doing shows there whenever their downtime was. And so they really became a collective and a connection. And other places that wouldn't have had a ring or possibly the doctor or the specific insurance that you would need to be a legitimate, because that's the thing that most people don't understand is that there are a lot of places who operate, but some of them are what Jim Cornette would call outlaw mud shows. They
I love that you love Jim Cornette.
They don't have any, they don't operate. And in New York here, we have a very strict athletic commission, which actually, unlike other states, really adheres and pipes down hard on our sport. And so,
Are you barking, Chuck?
we have to do everything by the book. We got to have a doctor. We got to have.
I think Maryland might be the strictest. Maryland might have the strictest one.
What was this?
Wasn't it Maryland that
Maryland
wasn't yeah. Wasn't they the ones who fined AEW the $10,000 over the Moxley and Omega match?
Hey, what were you saying,
They absolutely could have, because they wouldn't allow barbed
I
wire.
heard they did. I heard they did actually.
Hey, Jay, what were you saying?
Yeah.
I got confused. I missed what you said. I'm sorry.
Oh, I said, are you barking?
I'm always barking, dude. Come on.
I kept hearing barking in the back. I guess that was the
No, there's
dog was in
dogs,
the
too.
pool.
My house dogs and the neighbors' dogs. Yeah, it happens.
His house dogs have been saints. Actually, it's the neighbors. There's neighbors'
Yeah.
piece of shit dogs.
I think I'm the only person on my block without a
I've
dog.
seen him. He met the dogs a little bit.
The dogs are fantastic.
No,
Who let
Alex,
them
I'm
out?
afraid of my dogs.
Who
They're-
let them out?
saints.
Dirk, have my dogs. They're great, right?
They're good to go.
You met my brother's dog, and you saw my.
He's a very handsome.
house
He's
dog.
a very handsome.
The Jack
hound.
Russell.
Very handsome hound.
But you
For
seen
sure.
but when you went to the bathroom last time, you saw the Bichon, right?
Yep. And so my grandmother, my rest her soul, she used to have a Bichon named Woody, and he was an absolute buddy.
And our Bichon's a fucking wonderful dog.
Cheers to Bichons.
Cheers to
That's the
Bichons.
Bichons right there.
Let them out.
Also, why I would not let you pee over there is because we have my old Bichon and my old cat buried over there.
Oh, I would
not
never
let you
want
piss over
to. I
there.
would never do that.
And that's why I made you go in the house, because you're not pissing on my dogs. You can go in the house. Because I love you.
I would never do that.
I know, and I love you because you're not wouldn't do that, and you could pee in my house over peeing on my dogs.
That's fine.
I would be upset if you did that.
I would have redirected the same way you did, for sure.
You're a gentleman, a scholar.
I think I might have to.
I'm a scholar, but I'm certainly a gentleman.
How many fucking beers have you two had at this point?
We're about 6
It's
each.
impolite to count beers, my friend.
I agree with him. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go with that comment. Cheers. We've been drinking all day.
Because
These are the last two.
we were waiting for Rod's ass to, be ready for this, opportunity to be on a podcast with somebody such as myself. And we sat here drinking for, an hour and a half,
Because Rod doesn't.
Because someone took his fucking time, as always.
We're drinking because Rod doesn't know anything.
Oh my god.
But then
And I'm pissed.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
pissed
wait, wait,
about
wait.
it because
But-
I didn't get to drink with you.
But also, Rod is the kind of guy who we're talking about drinking, and Rod's like, man, shoot, I love Coors Light because that's the only beer I drink.
Oh my god, that's definitely not true, but okay.
Rod,
All right, but what beers you like then, Rod? Let me hear them.
Okay, I like obviously Coors Light is the top gun. Bud Light, Budweiser, Miller Lite, Miller, Heineken, Guinness, Corona, just name a few.
My friend, you are naming
down
the
over
bottom
there.
shelf at all of my 7-Elevens.
and mine too.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Rod, you've hung out with me. Rod, here's how you know Rod is not educated in beers.
Yeah.
Well done. So we went
Yo,
to local Long Island.
Oh, I just got to say
So my
something
boy
real
Derek
quick.
used to work at Great South Bay Brewery in Bayshore. And we told Rod to come with us. He goes, what the hell's the matter with us? How do we not have Coors Light? Because we're like, it's a brewery.
We brew our own beer here, sir.
Right. So Rod had all the beers, and he was like, man, shoot these beers.
consider the fact this was like my first time ever at a brewery, but okay.
By the way, speaking of
Rod's an
breweries,
avid when it goes to beers.
I was there too one day.
Speaking of breweries,
too.
Speaking of breweries, tonight at the Black Flamingo Brewery, Godrot will be performing, and that's in Pompano Beach, Florida. For those who are watching this from Florida or listening, and actually, if you listen to this show before like 8 o'clock tonight.
Also, you two better patron Crypt Wrestling in Fort Myers, Florida. That's my buddy Scyther. He's only my buddy because I haven't seen him for 10 years. If I see him again, I'm going to kick his ass.
There you go.
I love your heel runs, dude. Dude, can we make me the honorary heel of this show?
I've dubbed thee the honorary hero of this show, especially to duties there and unto when I am not available. He is the go-to heel.
Exactly.
The quintessential heel, if you will.
CL5. CL5.
That sounds like the
Oh,
disc in my back that's hurting me.
My ass.
My CL5 doesn't hurt me.
Your cervical lumbar 5
Yeah.
you right now, bro?
Apparently. My
So-
CL5
so wait,
done
wait.
goofed.
So is it like up here or is it like down here? Is
It
like,
comes and it goes, you know what I'm saying? It comes and it goes.
So let me ask you a question. Is it in your neck or in your back? I'm already out checking out. Sorry,
Is it my neck or my back?
You might be able to out heal me today, but you cannot out rant me.
I'm just gonna let you know. He says, "Is it my neck or my back? It's my neck. It's my back. It's my pussy and my crack." All right.
All right. So it's the CL5. I got it. All right. So
It's my CL5 S1.
I love this guy. Guys,
You still can't out rant me.
I'm a mark. I'm gonna own it. I'm a mark. Rod, you're wrong. Jay, you're wrong. I'm a mark.
And when I see you, gentlemen,
Oh my god.
New York, when you come back to New York, I want to see you at NYWC because I would love to jaw jack with you in the crowd.
All you know, like,
How about you let me walk you down to the damn ring and I'll give you guys an introduction, because that's
Oh,
how
boy.
everyone in New York knows me as the guy, as the MC, man. Because Radio J or RJ Show gets on the damn mic, gives the best damn intros ever.
Well, maybe I better
He's
like
not
tune into
wrong.
your
He's not
podcast
wrong.
every week or a month or however long y'all do it.
Bi-weekly, bro. Come on.
I'm bi-curious as well. We'll get back to that, okay?
I like this guy.
All I'm
really
saying is that whatever it is you have to
Yeah.
be running your show, I'm gonna be watching because I'm gonna see your chops. I want you to work on your chops. If you really expect to lead someone such as myself to the ring to possible tag team championship glory, you better be bringing the A game, my friend.
oh,
Chuck, you didn't tell about me, did you?
He just needs to know because he already knows the truth.
It's on a need to know basis, brother. I don't need to know.
He already knows the truth. He watched our show enough to know the
I
truth.
am the truth. Not Ron the truth, but the truth. And I'll still be killing.
I am the mark of this show. Because we all know that
Oh, you're not the martini?
Chuck is the guy of this show.
Chuck is raw, buddy.
don't like
Truth
you.
Martini.
You know
Remember
Chuck
Truth
is better than
Martini
Ron
from
Radio
Ring of
J.
Honor?
RJ show congruently. Chuck is better than Ron and RJ show.
Chuck
Yeah,
is
that's a lie, but
Chuck
okay.
will never, ever be better than RJ Show. RJ Show is better than everyone, including.
RJ show
Himself.
wishes he was better than
I don't need to
Tom
wish.
Balance.
I already look in the damn mirror, see my fine face, and know
You
that
wish
I
you grew up
am
around
the
that guy, bro.
goddamn god.
This is a month. and
my
we're
friend, when you look in the mirror and this luscious beard stares back at you, that is the day that you will know that you are a true
Don't
man,
like you.
my friend.
I got my nice stash going. I'm good to go.
I'm enjoying this so much right now. I'm not even gonna hold you.
And I want your damn beer. And your beer.
Come take it from me, my friend.
Throw it out, Jay.
Come take it.
Jay, stop shaving for like 6 weeks. RJ, give it 6 weeks. You'll be all right.
In all honesty, man, like, I don't know, man. When it gets, the hairier it gets, the more itchier it gets. And I
She
start
said-
getting uncomfortable with that.
That's what she said.
If I didn't have gimmick shit going on, I would let this go forever. Because I'm good. Like my beard looks good.
I'm
RJ,
curious how long I can make this motherfucker.
don't shave for 6 weeks. Trust me.
Yeah.
You won't complain. This is a
Well, I
month.
think my Clark Kent day job wouldn't be too thrilled about it.
So do the the realistic parameter. What is your job going to let you have, and what do you want to have? And meet it halfway.
Yeah. So
Give
do
them-
like a halfway beard.
Give him a beard.
All right. I can pull it off too.
Oh man, Thor is hanging out.
Bichon.
I told you the
did this.
Bichon. Yep, the Bichon is chilling. Mr. Thor is chilling now. The other dog.
Oh, door.
Oh, Rod knows Thor, so
He's a good boy.
he won't let you.
He's
pet
bring
him.
Coco
I
over
remember
one day.
Thor.
He was nice to me when I walked in the door.
I've seen pictures of Thor.
You guys know Thor. Thor is my guy.
God of Thunder.
Thor,
Where's his helmet though?
He ain't gonna respond to me right now. He's a scary dog.
Where's his helmet?
You don't have one. You don't need one.
I'll show you my helmet. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll show you my helmet.
My
Okay
purple
then.
war helmet.
Thor is like,
Oh, I
what's
can't.
going on? Thor knows something. If
I
he
think-
pisses on that, I will yell at him. Don't worry.
I was like, don't pee my bag.
He may actually pee on it though. 'cause he don't
I
know.
I think we definitely topped last week's show, and I'm really thrilled about that actually.
You mean 2 weeks ago?
Dude, our show this week is fire.
Yeah.
Why? Because we got Dirk Moore, motherfuckers.
Dirk motherfucking Moore. Dirty.
I'm a Dirk Moore mark.
Dirk motherfucking Moore. You already here. You already here, folks.
Me and Dirk Moore are homies. Like I've jammed with him. He's a good musician. Like I love life.
I couldn't have expected a better person to play with after relocating to Long Island, let me say. That's all I can say.
All I can say is I wish I had that knife so I could comb my beard too. Because that looks.
You don't have a beard to
You need
comb
it.
with.
You need it, bud.
You know who needs a real beard? Rod, because Rod is fucking like a little girl with his no beard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Rod, we need to have the Rod Beard Challenge. Rod, you need to grow
Oh
a
my
beard.
god. Yeah.
Rod,
No,
where's your beard
sorry.
at, bro? Where's your beard, bro? Where's your
I
beard?
know you-
bro?
Yeah.
I know you can grow one. I know if you grew one, it would be a massive,
Oh my
luscious
god.
beard.
Should we all just do the beard challenge and see who
Let's
has the
do the
longest
beard
You wanna do the
beard?
beard challenge?
If y'all do the beard challenge, I will try and grow mine twice as long just to compete with y'all growing your first beards.
I've had beards like that before.
I've had beards.
This is my first beard like this. This is almost 2 years of growth.
Damn.
I know. He grew his beard out when I first met him. We were doing some misfit shit because everybody
I've
knows.
never had a beard like that,
Rod.
but I've had.
Rod, you know the Misfits. They're a great band, correct?
Yeah.
Correct?
Isn't that a certain former friend of yours favorite band too?
We don't talk about that. No, she's
Oh.
supposed.
Hey, Faze.
He said we don't talk about
Oh,
it.
shit.
Damn, he's bringing it back.
This girl don't know shit, man.
Bringing back old memories.
But
Do I know who he's talking about? Probably
no,
not.
you do not know, and you don't want to.
You don't want to know,
I don't know
actually.
either. I don't want to know either.
But I'm gonna drink the Misfits because I've jammed Misfits this motherfucker, and I love this guy. And we've agreed in this conversation that me and him carried a Misfits cover band because we both know our shit.
All right. Let me ask you, who's the better front man of the Misfits? There were three of them.
Hard, dude. Does he mean us or does he mean like Jerry Only and Dan?
He
Glenn Danzig?
means Dancing in Graves.
Oh,
Yeah, and Jerry Only. I saw them with.
Danzig. Danzig.
All right, you're cool
I'll
then.
take Only over Danzig only because Danzig wouldn't be there anymore. That's it.
Well, Danzig did come back. You know, they did the reunion.
And I went to that show, my friend. Thank you very much. I went to
And
the
I
one in
didn't really think-
Colorado, my friend.
And I couldn't go, but like I bid really I couldn't. But it is what it is.
Riot Fest, Colorado, my dude. I was there. From Tennessee
That was
to
the
Colorado,
Misfits
you
with
know
Dave
you made it.
Lombardo.
I'm
know what
sorry
made
we
it?
killed the beers.
We killed him.
The Misfits with Dave Lombardo on drums.
From Slayer, yes. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
But you had like pretty much 3 out of the 4.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was
I don't
decided
know
that
what-
me and Chuck were actually together, not knowing each other, at a show at the downtown here in New York for the Misfits when an opening band took the singer took his penis out on stage and flopped it around, and we were all like, "What the fuck?"
True story.
The hell?
Right now,
That's punk rock, my friend.
my brother who is upstairs right now was at
I
that
don't
same
know.
show. My brother at that same show is upstairs chilling right now.
And how fast did that band get kicked out? 'Cause
They
I
did
know
it.
the
They
people-
played their entire set, and then the Misfits played after them.
Yep, true
It was
story.
a different time, my friend. In
Really?
2016, it was a different time.
2004, different times.
Different
I can
time.
still see the.
That
Wait
time-
a minute. Was this
there.
Dave Glicker's downtown? If it's 2004, the answer is yes. I'm surprised that that version of the downtown didn't kick them out.
No,
I'm pretty positive they already had
Different
so many
times.
people sign up for that event that night. They were like, if we just start trying to do this, it's gonna be a problem.
pretty much. Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, we were 16. We had to have at least one friend's mom, if not my mom. I don't think it was that night, in attendance for that. It was my friend's mom in attendance that night who got us into the show because we were 16. And
Right.
dude takes his stick out on stage, and all we heard on the ride home was like,
Hashtag fuck
believe-
John Kerry.
I can't believe that guy took his stick out on stage. We were all like, yeah, me neither. It wasn't even the band we came to see.
After saying fuck John Kerry all night.
Uh,
That guy hated John Kerry.
Fuck John Kerry.
Fuck John Kerry, yeah, exactly. I was there, same show.
I was like 25 then.
I mean, I'm not sure it's anti-John Kerry, but like that's what it was.
No,
I was 25 when you guys
they
went
were
to
like
that
a
show.
right-wing punk band. It was hysterical, dude. The guitarist had a AK-47 guitar,
Literally.
literally.
Yeah.
And he wore a combat helmet and camo.
Yep. True story.
True story, bud.
Do you remember the name?
That's when the
The
nihilistics. Like if you're a nihilist, the nihilistics. They were, I guess, at that point, a right-wing punk band. I guess
Yeah.
which could exist then, because after
Yeah.
9/11, everyone was hyper, go America, screw sand people, and they were just like, you know, I'm not even saying that from my point of view. I'm saying from their point of view.
Yep. Truth.
That's how they. I'm not even going to say the actual word because I'm better than that now. But like they have literal songs named Sand, and you guessed the other word.
Gotcha.
And it was just shitting on Muslims after 9/11. And to me, I was like, I came here to see the Misfits, bud. I came here to see horror punk. I came here to see them like talk about horror movies in a punk vibe.
You were expecting to hear every song that we jammed with Maxwell Peters.
Absolutely.
Because I'm gonna mark Maxwell Peters and his entire fucking Long Island open mic shit because we love you, Maxwell Peters type of thing.
And for one thing, I did not expect to be flashed by a man's gimmick.
Correct.
But I also did not expect that same band who's trying to emulate the punk scene being like, screw, go George Bush, screw John Kerry, screw the
Exactly.
Muslims.
Exactly.
And then all their songs are about like, kill the Muslims, go America. And I'm like, how are they a punk band?
Pretty much. Yeah. What happened?
So be on the lookout in the wrestling scene. Anybody who says they are something, but they aren't, they probably aren't. Because if you're able to come up at a time that is worth it to your shtick, you can find a way to fit in anywhere. Ask Hitler.
Okay. So guys, with everything we've done, I think we're winding down. Do we have anything else we want to add?
Well, do we have to now do the following opinions?
I mean, I just polarized the entire viewership.
Oh boy.
He's not wrong right now.
I just mentioned Hitler accidentally.
So the following opinions of you say it better than I do, Chuck.
Following opinions of what? Like, how do I follow that?
Let me take the step and repeat here. The only thing y'all need to know is that if you're into wrestling, you need to keep being into wrestling because it's never been more niche and it's never been more on the rise currently than it wasn't before. And if you
Right.
actually believe in it, you need to give it your all because if you wanted to stick around and be something that you and grandkids will remember and you can be like, hey, little Billy, I used to love this growing up and now you can too, like my uncle did for me. It's not going to be around anymore, so you better give it your all. You better give it everything you got because if you don't show support, who will? That's all I got.
I would just like to see the
think
two
this
of you
wrote
as
us
a
off.
tag team.
As a shoot.
I think he just wrote us off, guys.
And I
There you
better
go.
see you two, lily livered, yellow sons
Oh
of
my
bitches up here
God.
in my New York area, so I can draw
Definitely.
jack with you in person, face to face in the crowd.
Oh, you
Fight.
will. You will. If I what's their first show? You will.
The first show
When
back,
Superman
the
would
first
get
show
my
back
ass
in the
up there,
Sportatorium
you
is
will.
October. You think you can pitch October? Can you get down here for October? Because I'll see your ass in October at the NYWC
I'm actually
Sportatorium.
what day?
Bayshore,
Because
New
like
York.
October 2nd is my hopefully it's gonna be my high school reunion, depending.
Well, then you
You're
better
actually going to your high school reunion? I didn't go to
I
mine.
have a date for you.
Why not?
Clear your whole schedule. You better clear your entire month because I don't know when it's going to be, and I'm more important than you. So you better be here. Clear your entire damn schedule because I'm going to have you there.
God, no wonder Chuck, you like this guy so much.
Rod, I will tell you here's smart where you're not.
You come down to this show, I'll come down
my
to your
God.
reunion, and I'll pretend to be one of your high school classmates. I'll be like, this guy Rod, he's nothing to mess with. You know, he's a real true American, and I will put you over, and then you got to come down to this show, and you got to give us your patronage.
You see me,
Don't
Rod?
patronize me, asshole.
Rod.
Let me intro you to the ring, and I'll come the fuck
All the comments
down.
I've ever said in your life about you being wrong, you didn't think I had your back. You didn't think I had your back. Gentlemen,
I really think the two of you would be a great tag team.
us too. I know.
Why don't y'all
Yes.
come
Oh,
to
he
New
would make a
York?
good
We'll find out
manager
about
for
that.
them.
Why don't y'all come to New York and team up? We'll find out about that. Huh?
All right.
Huh?
I'm not teaming with.
Exactly.
I don't want to team with anyone though. I'll take you
Oh,
two
really?
on.
You're the lone wolf now. Okay, Rod. No, now it's done made into a handicap match. It's us versus you versus Rod. The both of you are on your own. We're in our own tag team. So we have
Oh my God.
the heel advantage, my friend. And
Wait,
so
I'll
each of
tag
you-
with Rod so I can turn on his ass and join
And when
you
it
guys.
comes down
Oh,
to
but
it,
that's
you can
that
get us
doesn't
both on
surprise
the
me.
ground, but then it comes down to you two got to face each other, and you got to put it down that one of you is leaving there and one of you ain't.
Everybody on J that Rod.
And that's the bottom line. No, I can't say that. I can't say that's copyright. That is gimmick
Ooh.
infringement. And that is the end of the story because Dirk Moore told you it was.
I love Dirk Moore. But guys, do you have anything else you have to say before we wrap this up?
Now, everybody
I
just
think-
enjoy homecoming
well,
tonight.
Let's see. You got the you got the Impact pay-per-view tonight.
As you just said.
Homecoming.
Good win in the month.
Then you got NWA, Rod.
2 weeks.
Yeah, and Power at the end of the month. And you also got Takeover 36. You got SummerSlam.
Yep.
We're gonna have
Next
some
month.
We're gonna have some podcasts for it, guys. So we'll touch on all the upcoming pay-per-views. Don't worry.
You know what, man? You know, maybe we might have those two guests I told you about, but I'm not going to tell you who yet because if it doesn't
Due
happen,
time, my friend.
But let's just say I might be unleashing something on you.
With due time, my friend.
But Dirk was one hell of a show with you here today. Thank you for coming down.
Dirk, we love you.
The pleasure's all
It's a
yours.
pleasure. Hey,
And make sure to check out Crypt Wrestling. Crypt Wrestling in Fort Myers, Florida. That's my boy. He's only my boy because he hasn't come back to New York yet because when he does, I'm going to kick his ass. But until then, you go and check out his shit.
oh my God.
The Crypt Wrestling. Crypt Wrestling.
Dirk Wrestling,
Fort
guys.
Myers, Florida.
With that being said, guys, anything else?
I'm good.
Same here.
I think we're good.
Off
So,
with a
guys, with that
boom
being
and a
said,
later.
thank you for watching this episode of Attention Wrestling Disorder. I am Chucky Hashi, hashtag Chuck Coffee, hashtag Counterbalance, whatever I am. We got
Roddy.
Roddy.
Oh, you put me a J. You can't point to what? Go ahead, Jay. I thought you used to go second.
Roddy Coors Light.
Roddy, Chris Light.
Oh, you pointed me. I am the Hot Rod 521. Not your one, not your two, not your three, but your 4-time and soon to be 5-time ELW Fantasy Champion.
Nope. Hell no.
And then we also have your homie on the bottom to life.
Oh, me now?
You.
Not just the show, not just the whole show, but the RJ effing show. You have them down here at the bottom.
Show,
Step on
baby.
feet, my friend.
Boom. And that's all I got to say about that.
That's all you
Later.
gotta say about that,
Boom.
my friend.
Boom.
And with that, guys, this show was just too sweet.
And I did the RJ hook, by the way. This is supposed to look like a J, in case anyone didn't know what that was. Yeah, exactly.